The following presentation of 21 The Podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome into 21 The podcast where we talk about all the things that matter.
When I first started jacking off, I was doing it wrong.
Bugs don't normally bug me, but you know what? Bugs bug the shit out of me.
Like, cool, this dude just showed me a picture of his dick. Never in my life has that been a way someone's introduced themselves to me.
Oh, he's from Freeport. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And of course, we play blackjack. I'm your host, Drew, at Mr. Oh So Cool. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And the least qualified producer I could find, Marcos Morales at Dirt City Studios. And here's a live view of today's guest. Again, thanks for tuning in to 21 The Podcast. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Other than that, enjoy the show. Bitch!
Oh, it's turned up. Every time I come in, they want to sign me. Overflow, nigga, hold the rhyme. 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 Overflow, nigga, hold the rhyme.
I'm letting the music run a little bit so Shirt Off P's foam on his beer can go down.
I was gonna drink it, I didn't want to pour much.
I've never seen anybody pour a beer like
Bro, I was doing a lot at once, man.
the motherfucking foam was at the top of the glass. It was like, oh, I was just trying to get the black background on the 21.
Nah, that was my excuse, but
Yo.
I fucked that up.
Welcome everybody into 21 the motherfucking podcast.
Yep.
We are back again. It is season 4. It is episode 3. Yeah. If this is your first time here, make sure you scroll down and click that subscribe button. If it's your first time here, then I want to thank you for God damn. And if it's not your first time here, I want to thank you for your continued support. My name is Drew at Mr. Oh So Cool. My producer, Mr. Marcos Morales at Dirt City Studios. And today is a familiar guest on 21 The Podcast from the first season at Shirt Off P, the fat boy hero on all social media.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
We in this hole.
Bro.
What's up,
So you shuffled the cards, right?
I shuffled them.
Okay.
That's to my,
all right.
to my
They're all
abilities.
mixed up from what they previously were. That's
Yes.
good. So Fee, what I was just saying before all this shit, before we actually went live, was you said the last time you played cards was with me.
Right. That's right.
And I said that was many lifetimes ago, because do you know that our episode was like 3 weeks before the pandemic hit?
It really was.
It was 3 weeks. I was just watching it right before you got here. So there's been a lot going on. So one thing I did want to talk about before we actually jump into the full on episode is Marcos. Can you pull up that article for me real quick? So today, and this is going to set a precedent for pretty much the rest of 21 The Podcast, because a lot of times we do talk about this, but the headline is YouTube to remove all anti-vaccine misinformation. With that being said, we're not going to talk about vaccines anymore here on YouTube, because that's the rules they set. That's the parameters they set. Now, something. Now, the thing about this is, there are. I watched the Creator Studio like rules behind it and the reasons they give and everything like that, and they're saying it's mostly because of vaccine misinformation. Understood, I get it. My biggest thing is, and has always been, that do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a fuck what you want to do.
Right.
But let's be honest, big tech is in cahoots with like the whole government. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So for us not to be able to like talk about our
Freedom of speech.
experiences, or have the freedom of speech on this. It's just the way that this is being handled, and the V word is being pushed on people.
Right.
If you don't think that this is weird, even just a little bit, like there's something,
definitely.
you gotta look into shit like that.
And we're banned.
And it's been taken down. But it's like
Marcos.
Yeah, exactly. but that's the thing, man. It's like we're not gonna go into it too much.
No, for sure.
But moving forward, they say you're able to bring people on and talk about their personal experience with the sickness and the shots. So it's like, but who wants to walk that fucking line with you?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like, oh well, is that personal information, misinformation?
Right.
Now?
And then it's like with misinformation is a weird word because
definitely
really
is.
I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not giving anybody any information.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying how I feel personally about this shit and what I'm going to do personally. That's no information. I'm not a fucking doctor.
Right.
It's like people listening to Joe Rogan about, whatever he talks about. It's like, well, why are you listening to him on this capacity? Like he's no fucking doctor.
Speaking of shots, guys, we take shots for money.
That is true. That is true. We take shots for money,
and it's medicine.
That is medicine. That is very great medicine, actually.
I like what you did there.
Yeah, that was very nice. That was a nice
puns.
transition. So the shots are starting at $10. Anything over $10, you get sent a custom 21 The Podcast shot glass. Other than that, there was while we're on the subject of what YouTube doesn't want us to talk about.
All right.
It's unfortunate because I just recently came up with a short movie script, and it's the premise is if the shot is if no, I mean fuck it, because they're never gonna see it here on YouTube because this is a Pornhub exclusive. So it's just the thought of what if the shot was administered orally and it was through a man's penis.
He said, "Don't give it away." That's a risk.
No, that's a twist. There's a fucking twist.
You're in the back alley of CVS, and there's a sign in the dumpster that says "Shots here."
Yeah. It's like a girl just shows up with her friends and they're talking all about their experience with it, and then she's like, "Well, mine wasn't like that at all."
No, that'd be hella wild. Yeah,
Yeah. But you could see why it's on Pornhub only.
definitely. I was like, Pornhub exclusive. Definitely.
All right, Fee. So let's get started with the show, man. Before we get all the way into it, can you look into this camera for me and tell the people a little bit about yourself that don't know?
What's good? It's your boy, Shirt Off Fee, like an intro. What?
Yeah.
I'm Shirt Off Fee from New Orleans, by way of Dallas. Been out here doing this doing music out here in Austin, like Austin's home. That's a little something. I'm an artist, create mute audio. Like you say, get into film, not Pornhub, but more into the visual side of things.
Right.
I feel that audio only tell not even half the story, and it gives a little context. And even if you have visual context, that's still not the whole story. So I'm like, we got to get more visual, and that's really what so I do that as well. So yeah, that's me. That's me.
And where can people find you?
You can find me at the Fat Boy Hero on all social media platforms. Shirt Off FE on all streaming platforms, music wise. Yeah,
That was very smooth of you, man. I can't wait till you take this other shot of fucking tequila so you can loosen the fuck up. But first, we're going to go into your first hand because you haven't played cards since the beginning of 2020, man. You cut that down just a little bit, Marcos? All right. So do you remember 21 at all? Do you remember Blackjack at all?
I'm trying not to get the higher number to you.
Right. You're trying not to get over 21, or you're trying to get closer to
mosquito.
21 than I get. That was him? I dead his bitch ass,
I'm
bro.
from New Orleans, so you know what I'm saying? Mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's nothing, bro. I thought I saw a fucking fly in here. So I grabbed the fucking bug assault, bro. I'm not fucking around.
Loaded.
I'm going to fucking dub a fucking fly that comes over here, bro. All right, so you want to get closer to 21 without going over than I get.
Right.
And then you know, the numbers are what the numbers are. I think you'll remember.
Yeah,
as soon as
I
we
remember. I
start
remember
going.
now. Yeah,
All
I
right.
remember now.
So your first card is a 2. And your second card is a 5. So you're looking at 7. And I'm showing a 6.
Okay.
So you can either hit or stay.
I'm gonna hit.
There we go.
And you was
And you
talking
got
about
a
Pornhub. This music sound like this. You got porn music in my ears right now. It was live for the card game, but after the porn joke, I'm just like,
Hey, I mean, I guess we're just going with it.
CVS now.
Hey, just go with it. Just go.
And that brings us to our new sponsor.
Get your injections here in the
All
back.
right, stop.
Oh my
You can't say injections. You have to say it's administered.
in the back
He
alley.
was talking about porn, so he is. And, you know,
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
He was on porn.
I'm on edge with it, man. I'm on edge
I
with it
definitely
today.
feel you.
No,
I'm-
definitely there was a dick, guys. Definitely.
Yo.
All right, so you got a 9 and you're looking at 16.
I'm gonna chill right there.
That's a strong stay. I'm showing a 2, so now I got 8. And a king, so I got 18.
Damn.
Fee loses the first hand
First
on
hand.
21. And did you know, I don't know if you remember, but I won the first meeting of Drew and Shirt Off Fee.
I would have lost that right there too.
You did lose that.
No,
right
I remember
there.
saying right. You did. But if I would have pulled the other card, I'd have went over because it was
That is true.
It was
That
a king,
is-
so
that
I,
is true.
regardless,
Yep.
that was
no,
my
that
fate.
was a very strong stay.
Yeah.
So, so how's your life been, Fee? I mean, it's been a while since I seen you. You say you're from New Orleans, so there's been a lot going on in New Orleans since the last time I seen you. So, how has that fared for you?
Oh, first off, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Doing well, blessed. We here to do it another day. But I've been good. It's that has been like really crazy, just because like dang, it happened on the actual, and the hurricane. We talking about the Hurricane Ida.
Yeah.
It happened on the actual anniversary of Katrina, like
Right.
16 years, like a sweet 16. Like
Right.
it was like a running joke, kind of, you know, in a weird way. But also, like I said, in a blessed way, none of my family was like really harmed, at least debt wise. You
Yeah.
know, and houses, some of the houses, like some of the neighbors' house was gone. You know, my grandmother's house, the roof was off, and that's 2 houses
Through
over.
Ida or through?
Through Ida.
Damn.
You know, and like, so the roof off, rain all in, so they getting rid of their clothes, lost their roof, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, my great grandma still living in the house we grew up in. So, to see that they straight, and I had some family stay behind, but most had went to Texas, came to Texas, but like I said, blessed through that. That, you know, the other thing, just like had people
Yeah, the pandemic
deal
really.
with some of those things, and
Yeah.
but like I said, I didn't really lose anyone, so like, and blessed from that, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So.
But that had to be like, I mean, off the pandemic shit, just off the hurricane shit, like that has to be worrying as fuck. Like for it to come on the anniversary of Katrina,
Right.
like what kind of bullshit is that? And it's like, and nothing has really been done to prevent Katrina from happening again.
Right, like the levees, I'm gonna say, like, you know, in a way they flush it out, and has gotten a little bit better. So like,
Right.
you know, it wasn't like, I guess, flooded as long, like the water, because like Katrina, like the water was sitting like them in
Yeah.
2 weeks type. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what? Just left the cereal bowl in the milk, you know what I'm saying? Cereal milk in the bowl. But so and the lights were supposed to be off long. It were off for a while, but thank God. They came back on fast or something, like, you don't want, you know, how people out there are just in the heat, sweltering heat.
Right.
But the trash has been, I think it's still out there right now.
What do you mean?
Like they not picking up the trash. So you have all the food that was getting put out, that was stuck in people's fridge for those 2 weeks, or
Right.
like electricity or whatever. They just sitting out in front of people's houses. So you got like it's you know, like sweltering like must and stink of like trash,
Yeah.
garbage.
Throughout the whole fucking city too.
You know, in some neighborhoods it is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And that's one of the things, like, so our family live on the other side of town, like, oh, they can't got our trash, but like in the city, you know. But like I said, this was like a week ago last time I was talking, you know, some people about that at least.
Hey, Marcos, when you get a chance, will you turn his mic up through the settings and shit? I don't know if you can turn it up on the knobs and stuff. But, I mean, fuck, to even think about that, just rotting, like, food and shit
Rotting
sitting
food,
out
so you
there.
got maggots. So like Imagine being, a guy, like, what I'm saying, working for the,
Oh, my
garbage.
gosh.
You don't want to pick up
Yeah.
maggots.
Oh my goodness.
Like, okay, you do a trash, but like that's in every bag. That's hazardous. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and that's I was thinking about this the other day. Like, so when I think about questions that I want to ask during the podcast, I always get into a dark space at one point or another. Like it just goes the total wrong way. But for this particular question, so I have a weak stomach, right? And so there's certain things that I could just see, and then it just like it's like no, like oh my god, no. One is stitches. Stitches number one. If anybody has stitches, I can't look at it.
You had a bad cut or something growing up?
No, never did. It looks fucking gross to me. Like I can't watch any like surgical shows or anything like that.
Right.
No way.
I choose not to as well.
Yeah, like Dr. Pimple Popper and all this bullshit. No, like I can't do it. Another thing is boogers. Oddly enough, and this is a weird thing because it's even when I blow my own nose, like when I'm in the shower or if I just blow it into, can't do it. Like it makes me want to throw up. Even just the process of it.
I have to look at it. I gotta see what it look like.
Yeah, I always have to.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make me feel great.
I feel like I feel you
because it's just like going through your entire sinus.
Like that was inside of me.
Like what the fuck is this? But maggots are one of those things too. Like now that you mention it,
maggots do freak me out a little bit, but like definitely like a fat ass maggot. Like, man, this motherfucker eating.
This motherfucker juicy as shit. It looks like Pumbaa from fucking Lion King
when
would
they was
just eat
eating
that
a little,
shit.
yeah.
Just it's all juicy.
That's what I thought about. I was like, but nah, man.
Is there anything weird that makes your stomach turn?
I actually don't like runny eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. That really like I ate eggs one time. I was younger, and it was somebody made them runny. I was like, oh, I couldn't really rock with it anymore after that. But I gotta be hard scrambled.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, bro. My eggs have to be scrambled, bro.
Hard
I
scrambled.
can't like I've had it sunny side up one time and it was all right, but just like you said, I mean, it's more of a texture thing for me, so it just feels like slime. Like,
Yeah,
it's fucking gross. What, you like that shit, Marcos?
Oh, God, like, was that a good goddamn?
Yeah, it sounded like it. You were like, God damn.
No.
Just give it a little juice.
No.
A little juice.
like if it's part of another like dish or some other food thing, I may consider it.
Yeah.
But just like on the side of like some pancakes or something like.
Yeah, no way.
No.
No
Good.
way.
Like
Dude,
barely
By the
on a
way-
sandwich. Like
Twilight Zone 2020 in the chat.
Take
said,
your motherfucking-
I really hate anal nectar.
who doesn't?
Anal nectar.
Who doesn't, am I right?
like what is that?
I don't know, but I don't
try
like
to
it either.
visually something. I don't.
I
even
think
see
this
it.
is one of the things that would make my stomach turn.
Right.
I think they're just trying to be part of the conversation. Well, shouts
It
to
might
you.
be doo-doo.
I'm pretty sure it is doo-doo.
Damn.
Has to be. That's runny
Got it.
doo-doo. All right,
That's
so
good
we're
man.
going to your second hand, Fee.
Okay.
Just in
feeling
time.
lucky.
Just in time. All right, your first card is a 5. And your second card is another 5. So you're looking at 10. And I'm showing a 6.
Pulling. Let's do it.
And an ace. So you got 21 on 21 the podcast. I'm showing a 4, so I got 10 as well. And I got an ace, so I got 21 also. So we fucking push.
The fuck just
That
happened?
fucking game didn't even count.
What? That's so crazy. The chances of me getting 21, then him getting
Are
21.
slim to none.
And then
Slim
20, on a 21
to none.
pot, that's crazy, man.
So
21.
another thing that whenever you came on last time, we had talked about you were about to be a official South by Southwest artist, and then all that just went to shit.
Right.
So what was that experience?
That was crazy because, like you said, it was getting ready for South by, as well as like some other shows, like out of state, even out of the country. And that was like my first time out of the country, and so I was like, damn. But at the same time, it wound up being like cool in other ways because I want to be able to like dive inside and just like create other type of music,
Yeah.
like and a lot of different sounds, but that came from like the pause or switch, you know what I'm saying? And so that like it was it definitely was like damn, but it was cool at the same time.
So run me through your pandemic, bro. How did it all go?
first it was like, cause I always keep a bunch of different jobs. Like they make just like I'm like Jamaican or some shit. Like I got hella always no matter what. Like at least multiple streams of income. But I always had like different things. So like first like working in hospitality. You know what I'm saying? Like boutique hotels. And so like nobody can travel, so there's less travelers. So like going from 99% occupancy all the way down to like 12. And I was like crazy. You know, I'm like, what the hell? So, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, departments are getting fired, you know, like sales team. Because sales, like, make all the money in hotels, you know? And, like, they book all, you know, like, these big corporate events. Michael Dell come through, but nobody's coming. So, it's like, hey, we got this. I'm like, what? So, like, that happened. And then, so they cut us off. And then after that, at the crib, it was just like, everybody, you know, like, was just like, at that moment, like, people going scared for food. And like, the zombies are coming or some shit like that. Motherfuckers buying guns and bullets and, like,
but
man. You had to be, you don't know what, when people panic, you don't know what's about to happen.
Right.
Because people go crazy and you got to prepare for crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, well, okay, let's go to the grocery store. And me and my bros, all of us, like, was together. So, at the house, so we cooking together, you know what I'm saying? Grocery shopping together and everything. And it was like we already was going to be around each other, so we was just like wound up being at one place.
Yeah.
But after a while, it was like, okay, transition. And just like this is kind of how it's going to be. So we got to find a way to move in this. So it just started studio buying, getting a studio and whatnot. And like just really just staying in the studio all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, can't work. Well, shit, all the focus is just strictly on music. That's what I say is also is good for me as well. Because like typically I'm doing a bunch of different things. I'm like doing this, and like, I enjoy that too, but it was like, you can't do none of this right here, just this. Yeah. And so I was like, I guess we just doing, I'm just, you know, just focusing on, and I was already thinking about making that transition from like music to from events and music to just music anyway. So when that happened, it was like, that's all you can do. And so being able to dive in and create different things, and then Elon Musk bought the building. It was
music lab.
It was that music lab.
That's where my room was at. I had a room there too.
Yeah, so Elon Musk bought the whole building. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Like gentrification? Nah. But so like, you know what I'm saying? So that happened, but it was already in the mix of like albums and stuff was already created and a bunch of different things, and you know, so it was like, okay, and then things started opening up, and like now where we at, and then finding new other different hustles and learning new other skill sets, and like I say, just diving in. Yeah. Okay, let me dive in this, and even learning, like for me, there's more meditation and whatnot. Like I said, for me, that's why I look. I'm thankful. Like, honestly, I'm thankful for it in many ways. Like Katrina too. Like those are two things I'm really like life changing. But it was like one of the best things that's happened for me. Right,
because it forces you to do something that you wouldn't have necessarily done had your regular life been going on.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I just stayed in New Orleans, if Katrina would have happened, I just grew up in New Orleans. I'm not saying like I'm glad where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I was able to see other different places, and like it pushed me to Dallas, where like it was, I went to school with people from 50 different countries. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like it was only just like black, and I didn't really see Hispanic people in my schools. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In New Orleans, like, but so yeah. It was,
hi, we're here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, we're Hispanic as fuck around here.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Texas.
At first, I was into the different like types of Latin, you know what I'm saying, Latin people, or even from different type of Asian people at first. Maybe due to my own ignorance, but that was just like, you know what I'm saying, like I didn't see it.
Well, when you say 50 different countries, was it
like El Salvador? Like
no.
German,
What
like,
was your school? Was it not a public school that you went to?
It was like a magnet school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
And so with the Katrina shit, I know there was because we had
then
quite
all
a few.
of us came too, so it was
right. So, but with the Katrina shit, like there was like a lot of in our schools and shit. We had people coming in, but it was like it almost seemed like they were placed there, or it was just like they had family there. Like there was tons of different like situations. What was your situation in order to go to Dallas?
Like after when it happened, we came because that Hurricane Irving happened the previous year, and we had came to Dallas. So we just kind of came back downtown Dallas at the La Quinta. And we just came back to that same hotel, literally, and
just for evacuation
purposes. And then it's like, oh no, the city's flooded. Things are gone. We seeing, you know what I'm saying? You just waiting to see your neighborhood in this video. Because you know what I'm saying? This is before, like, this 2005, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it wasn't MySpace and all this, you know, big YouTube and all that stuff at this time.
Yeah.
So you just watching the news and it's just like, yo, this is crazy. And so, like, after a week, we wound up going to school. Like we was in a hotel, like, just no school. And like after like 2 weeks or so, it was like, oh, okay, y'all ain't going home. In school,
Yeah.
there's no school school
no
records.
school.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's we like, y'all got to re-register in school. Like, we're still living in the hotel, you know. And then like I went to Pinkston. So like after a while, it was there for like 3-4 weeks, and they're like, okay, people getting vouchers to go either go home. Like, some people was going to like the different like to live for a bit, or even some people was going home because stuff wasn't as like bad.
Yeah.
We wound up actually not even getting a voucher and moving to like Irving because my auntie had lived over there. And it's like, oh, well, I'll come over here. Like, you know, it's still kind of affordable. And so we wound up going over there because like mom was like, man, let's just go back. Like, we already in this situation where.
That's kind of crazy. Y'all moved to Irving after having Hurricane Irving.
Right. Well, it was Hurricane Irving, and then it was Hurricane Katrina, but that was during Katrina.
Right.
But it was like Irving, you know.
A continuation of shit.
Right. And, you know, we moved over there. And my mom, my mom had just graduated from college.
Nice.
Like, shout out moms. Like 2 months before Katrina. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, she was able to use her degree. And then so she got a good job, like, basically like 3 months after. And what would have paid more? It paid more in Dallas than would have paid in New Orleans for her.
Right, so it all worked out.
It worked out in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, oh, yeah, we're staying here. And we just.
It's crazy how there's like a. Do you ever find things like that happening more and more? Like the Irving. I know that's not like the biggest connection,
No.
but it's like a lot of like Matrix type shit going on.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been more and more happening to me, like, and it
Like what?
it's just little shit for the most part. It's like the most recent thing. Well, also I work in news, so I see like a lot of this shit going on. But then it's like I've heard of this shit before, or it's like this has already been a story. Why is it a story again?
Right.
Like little shit like that. I can't think of a specific instance right now, but there's like tons of shit just all the time that it's like this is really weird. Yeah,
The way it reoccurs. Like,
right.
How did that?
Yeah, it's like where is this going? You know what I mean?
It was a glitch.
Yeah. All right, Fee. We're gonna go to our. Actually, it's still our second hand technically because
Right.
the second hand went nowhere.
Okay.
Oh shit! And his first card is. There we go. His first card is an ace.
Said porn music.
We need it. We need it. And his second card is a 3. And I'm showing a 4. So you're looking at 14.
I gotta pull another card.
Gotta pull
It's gonna be
another
a
card.
7. Watch.
It's a
I was
6.
close.
So you're looking at 20.
I'm gonna chill right there.
And show right there. I got a 6, so I got 10. Ooh, and I got 7, so I got 17. And I get to pull one more. In Vegas, they stay there. But over here, I pull and I bust. So Fee wins his first hand on this go round.
We in there.
Let me pour your beer, dude.
I'm chilling now. I was coming off a trip. Look at that.
And the foam's all the way at the top.
Look at that. Look at that. It was way
That's
up.
a decent. It
was
was at
way
the
up
top.
there.
Like you still see the fuck. You still see the
I
flood
couldn't
line
drink
on
for
there.
a solid 5 minutes.
So like I said, when I go to you know what? I'm gonna tell this story. And then I'm gonna ask the question.
All right.
So yesterday, I got off crowd a little bit earlier than normal, and I was able to do some things around the house, but a lot of it was here in the garage or outside. Like I was vacuuming the truck, I was cleaning up stuff here in the garage, and it was hot before it started raining, so I got all sweaty and shit, right? But my intention the whole time was at some point I got to go to Walmart, right? So I go to fucking Walmart, and I didn't shower before I went to Walmart. Like I'm just running in there to go do some shit real quick.
Right.
And then there's these 3 fucking kids They got to be in between, and I say kids, they're like in between 24 and 26.
Right. They still,
Yeah,
Childish.
fucking kids. And, goddamn kids.
Right.
Anyways,
Whippersnapper.
and they're and I keep running into them like throughout shopping or whatever, and I keep hearing them like they're just roasting people. You know what I'm saying? Like not out loud, but between themselves, and they're just all cracking up and shit, right? And no big deal. There was this one kid that was in the little motorized scooters. I knew he didn't need to be in there,
Right.
but I used to love doing that. So
Right.
it's like I'm not going to be mad at him about it. But he goes off and does his own thing, and then I keep seeing the other two people. And then at some point, I'm looking at shredded cheese, and I'm standing there and trying to decide because Walmart doesn't have a good selection of like stuff. You only go to
Right.
Walmart for like frozen shit and like real basic shit.
Right. Definitely nothing fresh.
No, you're not looking for anything fresh.
Hungry man dinners.
Yeah, like Hungry Man's, fucking beers, canned goods, like that's all at
anything
Walmart.
yeah.
Anything that's like pre-processed. bullshit.
Processed or non-perishables.
Yeah, that's the
You go
only
to
thing you
Walmart
get at
for that
Walmart.
one.
So I needed shit out of hardware at first, and I was like, okay, I'm here, I might as well get this shit.
Right.
But then, so I'm sitting there looking at cheese, and then the guy in the goddamn the motorized thing, he rolls by, and he's with his friends or whatever, and he's like, he's musty. And I'm just like, I'm like, this motherfucker. Like in my head, I'm just like, I'm looking to make sure that he was talking to me because I'm already ready to pop. Like, bro, I'm talking shit about people in my head the whole time.
Right.
And he's like, this guy's musty. I was like, yeah, from fucking your mom all day. And then his friends just start fucking laughing. He's like, see, I told you shouldn't talk shit about me. It's like, yeah, motherfucker. Like, god damn it. I've been fucking, you're riding around this scooter in this AC shit. I've been doing stuff, man. Yeah, I was musty. I would agree.
I had a day.
But I also didn't mean to be around you motherfuckers.
Right.
And then, you know what? I won't even go any further. But I thought it was a good comeback. It wasn't the greatest comeback, but it was great. Like, it just popped off.
Your mom was good.
Yeah.
It's all,
I don't like your mom jokes, though, man. I hate saying your mom jokes to people because people get really offended.
But if they talk about your balls stinking, like your mom is coming up.
I don't know that it was my balls.
Maybe you're
I don't know that it was my balls.
how we sensitive about hygiene. Like,
Yeah,
be better.
Yeah, it's like, geez Louise. It's like I've been out in the sun for fucking the past 3 hours.
Right.
The whole point of the story was to come with the question: has there been a time or any instance where you feel more annoyed with people through this entire experience? Has it made you hate people more?
I already did. No, I'm joking.
I did. Fuck
No,
that.
yeah. Sometimes like that, I definitely can get like drained of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I was able to realize that I enjoy being around myself by myself more.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes for me, like having to deal with like talk to people sometimes can be. It's like okay, but as far as a pet peeve, really is more so. I have like a real like really grind my gears.
Go for it.
It's like sidewalk etiquette.
Oh my God, people don't get it.
Sidewalk, like, cause like anything that's really dumb that causes issues, I have issues with. Mm-hmm. Because like certain etiquette is put there so you don't crash. I was talking to this, one of my friend's kid. He's like 4 years old. He was about to run into the elevator. I'm like, stop. I was like, you have to wait for people to come out and see what's happening. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's elevator etiquette. I'm like, he's like, etiquette. I'm like, etiquette is. I was breaking down to him what etiquette is. I'm like, etiquette is that so we don't crash. Yeah. That was simple enough for him to understand. And he was like, oh, I shouldn't do that because we're gonna clash. And so every time we went by the elevator, he waited. He's like 4 years old. You know, he understood that concept. So it's like, if you have a group of people, definitely like you're on Rainy Street out here, and it's 5 of y'all, 4 of y'all, and it's horizontal, the space, there's not enough space for about 2 or 3 of us.
Right.
You should either get in single file line to the right-hand side. Your right is going to be my left if we're coming towards each other. Come on, man. But if you keep walking,
don't get it.
But when they do walk straight, I'm like, okay, now I'll go into football mode.
Right.
I'm dropping shoulder.
Yeah. Straight up, bro.
Like,
it's like, I'm not moving.
I'm not moving because I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm walking on the right-hand side. So if you in that area, you're going to get hit now.
You're going to get bumped. And I'm going to bump you hard. I'm going to throw a little bit into it.
Yeah, because you're running into me, so I got to run through you.
Yes.
Because you're in the passing lane.
Bro. So this is one of my bigger pet peeves as well, because one of the things that people do, there's two things that people do that really just piss me off.
Right.
And it's they stop at an entranceway and talk or tie their shoe or figure out whatever the fuck they're doing.
Passing lane.
And it's like, why? Like, this is it's like I stop my car and I parallel park on an entrance ramp to the freeway. It's like, there's no way. Like, this is not supposed to be.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So the last time this happened to me, I was at this golf resort. I'm there working or whatever, and I'm looking for an outlet to charge my computer so I can edit. So I'm carrying a bunch of shit, right? And I'm smoking a cigarette. And I mean, at a golf resort, you know what type of people are there, you know? Right. And so this older man, he's walking in front of me. He has a beer. It's a fucking Miller Lite, and he literally, in order to drink, he's walking and he full stops. Like, I'm behind him. He full stops and just like starts chugging his drink. I'm just like, okay. So I walk around him, and that's fine. And it's like, okay, well, now I'm in front of him and I need to put my cigarette out, and he's right on my fucking ass. So I full stop. And then he's like, oh, excuse me. It's like, yeah, fuck you, guy. And it's like, God damn it, man. It's like, why don't people understand that? It's like people aren't even conscious or even care about their surroundings in the slightest.
I think what helped me from like spazzing on people in certain ways like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think that was a spaz?
Almost,
it could be.
Because
it could be a lot worse.
at that point, it's like you definitely pushing it to go up. But that's also why etiquette is there, so it's not even sparked.
Yeah,
he's sparked, and you're like, oh, okay, it's lit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I could throw this in flames, but I'm gonna keep the fire going. I hope you run into me and get mad about it now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it could. But I didn't have one of my old cars. I didn't have a horn. Like, my horn could blow for like down to like 6 to 8 months.
What
and
the fuck?
I didn't have a horn, and so like, you know, I'm stupid. People like people just stupid when you're driving.
Right,
like,
100%.
Like you said, stopped in front of the freeway.
Was this in Austin?
Yeah, this was in Austin.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So like, I didn't have a horn for like 6 months. I'm like, what the fuck? And and so like the day I get my horn, someone did some stupid. I was like, I didn't have a horn not too long ago. You got it. Right. So now for me, it's like only if like people like really like, bro, you could have hurt someone. Mm-hmm. I gotta go. Because if you continue these actions, that's gonna fuck somebody up. So I gotta tell you about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like sometimes you're like, okay, I'll let him make it. But like I probably would have told if I probably would have. Hey, buddy, whoa. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Bro, that's the biggest thing about driving that I think about a lot. It's like, because there's been multiple times where like or at least I get fucking angry and I just start fucking yelling, and I've had people yell at me, but it's like, I know that if this person in the other car saw me outside of my car, there's no way they'd yell at me like that.
So you would yell at me in real life.
Yeah. It's like, who the fuck do you think? And I just wonder, like, I mean, also, there's probably been plenty of people I wouldn't have yelled at the way that I yelled in my truck. There's probably, I mean,
right.
And also we're in Texas, so there's guns involved.
Exactly.
It's like, you never fucking know. But man, dude, I just don't understand why people cannot be conscious of,
considerate, respectful, because I think that's also what like enrages us. We feel disrespected, or you're not respecting my space, you're not respecting my time. I have somewhere to go too. Why do you think your time is more valuable that you do some dumb shit and disrupt all of us, or you just don't give a fuck?
Yeah,
you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do it. Like, it's doing certain little nuances.
You just don't give a fuck.
You know, sometimes like that. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Not that I was mad about it, but the fact that you try to disrespect me got me mad. Sometimes they be like, you said, off principle. You know what I'm saying? So like, that'll make you spaz. But I've been trying to call, you know.
Bro, I think I've gotten better, honestly. Like, it's still bad. Like, my road rage is still pretty bad. But it gives me a way to blow off steam. Because it's like, I can't go into my fucking job and yell at my boss the way I'm yelling at these fucking people that aren't even going to fucking hear me. You know what I mean? It's just like, but there's been a couple times where it's just like, I realize I'm so mad and I yell at the top of my lungs in my truck to where it's like, okay, I gotta chill. like I feel it. Like I need to bring this down just a little bit,
Right.
Because this is not gonna be good for the rest.
I
of the
think
day.
that's usually what happens when we do certain things in our car.
Yeah.
It's another temple for us. Like your home should be a temple, but your car is too, because that's like a place of solitude because you spend a lot of time in there.
Right.
Definitely you working a lot and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it'd be like moments like that for me as well. Like when I want to go off, or I have, and I'm like, God forgive me. You know, it's not so much not even for them, but for me that I let someone get outside of myself. You know what I'm saying? And like even on, like I said, the guy, like I ain't going deep on that, but like it's the God in us. So it's like I'm asking myself to forgive myself for letting somebody get me outside of myself. You feel me?
One of my favorite road rages that I've heard from a friend is, go tell your mom I said fuck you. Like that's a good road rage. Like tell your mother I said fuck you. God damn.
In celebration of that, I gotta cut y'all off.
Oh
We
shit.
got our first super chat.
Fucking
Okay.
Dalton
Dalton
Schultz.
Schultz.
Hold on, Dalton, because I have to put the music on for Dalton for sure. So Dalton Schultz, right?
Uh-huh.
Dalton Schultz supports this podcast hard as fuck,
Hey, shout out to Dalton.
I fuck with Dalton Schultz. What tripped me up on Monday night, I was watching the Cowboys play, and one of our tight ends is named Dalton Schultz, and I'm just like, hold on, wait. I was like, is this
chances.
the Dalton Schultz? It's not. But
It's not.
But I love him just as much.
Right.
So
Because you are the Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, you are the. Oh fuck! You're
The
taking shots of
Dalton
fucking tequila over here. I gotta. No, leave the music playing, Marcos. You got to take it for a little bit. I'll take a shot of vodka. Actually, give me that. I'll take a shot of vodka.
All right, here you go. I need that back.
All right, B. Let's pour up a shot, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you already got one poured up.
I had a shot locked and loaded. Pow! That camera there.
Shout outs to Fonz in the house too.
Shout
Don
out to Fonz.
Hernandez.
Que onda, Bibo? Oh, here, I'll give this back to you, Marcos. I'll just leave it right here. All right, cheers, everybody. Cheers, Dalton Schultz.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Dalton
Marcos.
Schultz. The real Dalton Schultz.
The real Dalton Schultz.
You the real one.
Oh, that brings me back to high school. Shots of vodka.
Ooh.
Great
Man,
news.
Soldier boy.
Woo. Woo wee indeed. Give me the music, Marcos.
All them shake.
You can't let it be silent while I'm like fighting this.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
jeez.
sounded, with the music, it sounded even more like filthy, jazzy porn.
Filthy jazzy porn.
Fuck you, Marco.
And the guy in the back just said, "Fuck you, Margo." He saw the scene.
Yo, thank everybody for tuning in, man. And like Dalton Schultz did, he just bought us a shot. If y'all want to buy us a shot as well, the price has gone up. The price has gone up to $15. And you can buy a shot right now by super chatting. I don't know how many more I have in me, but I'll fucking do them because I don't give a shit. And I think I might get to go in a little bit later to work tomorrow than I typically have to.
I got one more in me.
One more for fee.
Spend your money wisely.
All right, so we're gonna go to your what? So this is actually the third hand,
1-1, baby.
1-1,
You know what I'm saying?
and your first card is a 10.
On
Look at
10.
you,
I'm on 10.
look at you, and a jack. So you got
Ooh.
20, and I'm showing a 10 as well.
I'm going to chill.
You gotta chill. I got a 7
17.
and an 8, so I bust. So it's 2-1 fee.
The crowd goes wild.
Actually, I gave y'all both points for that one that pushed.
And
Just to
fucking
keep track of all the
All around.
shit.
Okay, I got 3 in this hoe.
debatable. And shouts to fucking Adon for dropping another shot on me.
Oh, dang.
If there's one thing I can count on, it's fucking Beeble.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I had a double shot poured in this.
Yeah, you did have
I
a double shot. You
I
had a
ain't
double
know. I
shot.
ain't know. I ain't know exactly what the purpose was. Definitely got me. And shout out y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shit.
There you go, Marco.
Shit. Shit. Motherfucker be doing something else. Shit.
Oh, goodness. Turn up the music a little bit, Marco. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's another thing. There's another thing that turns my stomach. It's liquor. Shouts to Beeble.
That used to be my first ad lib. So people like, oh, you gotta do that. Whoa, oh my God. Before it's like, yeah, do get. And just go Super Saiyan on
Like
the
a
track.
Ryu fucking.
You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
oh Jesus.
that's how I felt. Ooh, ooh. Woo.
Whoa. How many more hands do we have?
Then you wash it down with a beer. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's just the way it's
Hey,
gotta
this
go.
this beer is. How about looking at it like I had the label in front of
The
me?
Yingling, bro.
Yingling.
Yeah, so Yingling is actually the oldest. Well, it says on their thing. Hold on, let me pour mine.
I'm gonna tell you.
But it's apparently the oldest, or it's like one. Oh, okay, America's oldest brewery, and they've only been on the East Coast for most of the time, and they just recently came to Texas. They've only been in Texas for I don't even know if it's been a month yet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's super good beer. Like every time I'd be on the East Coast, like we would drink the Yingling. It's just because it's like we can't get it down here. And I wondered, like, once it got here, would it lose its allure because it's so readily available?
Right.
But so far, no. It's still pretty good.
That's crazy. And they have Fort Worth, Texas on that, like on the can.
What? Really?
Yeah. Right there, where your thumb is at.
Thumbs out.
Right here on that edge.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Because I really believe that Anheuser-Busch bought these people.
It looked like that's the Budweiser eagle.
Right. Right. It is.
Flew on a different can.
Oh, my gosh. This eagle is getting the fuck around.
Right.
But
That's his grandpa, actually.
You know, yeah.
Nah, it's a dope beer. My bro got one of my bro working on the beer. Just know something coming. I ain't gonna call it out. Just know what it is coming.
What's coming?
My bro been working on a few beers, some L's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really into that. Me, I like a good time.
Yeah.
All right.
Who doesn't?
You feel me? So I must dibble that, a little bit of this. But he's like, yeah, I'm trying to craft this right here. This some good stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. I had a few glasses of it.
Nice. And where's he doing it at?
Well, he was just cooking up just in the pre-processed thing at his place.
Just chefing.
Chefing it up. But he had the whole little thing. I was like, man. But
I wanted to do that at one point, but I just know.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's no way. It's like I'm going to keep this thing going.
Right, you got to really, really be on it. And because I've been on a few little tours of the breweries and seeing in this process and
Yeah.
it's like you do it at a small level. The overhead would be so crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to do it at a bigger scale.
But then you got to think of the bottling and the canning. That's
Yeah.
really where the fucking price comes into play.
Right.
Because if you're not doing it on a massive level, then there's not even a point.
Crazy. Yeah.
But actually, I take that back. If you bottle 6 packs, and you had I would say the lowest level would be 26 packs. You'd be able to make some money on it. You could bottle them yourself. What is it 20 times 6? 120 beers.
Look at that.
It's gonna take some time.
Crazy. This man crazy with math. You saw he did
I'm
that?
good at fucking math, dude.
That's
I'm fucking
he's
good
like,
at
hold on, let me solve this problem.
Bro,
Chalkboard. I was just.
that's been actually one of my biggest problems in life, man.
What?
I'm better at mental math than I am at doing anything on paper.
I feel you.
And they hated me for it, in school, because they wanted you to show your work. And it's like, fuck you. And it's like I would sleep through.
did it.
I would sleep through math class because it's like I get it already.
I get it. I know how to get there.
And then I think it was my ninth grade math teacher. I made him so proud, and I got a perfect score on my math text test.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And he came in. He was just like he was a coach, so he was all
amped.
Yeah, just amped. And he comes in there and he's basically calling everybody. He's like, you know what? You're all pieces of shit, basically. And then he was like, this guy back here, all he does is fucking sleep. And you know what he did? He got a perfect score on the text test. So what the fuck are y'all doing? And it was just yeah. That was one of my prouder moments
The
in
school
life.
moments, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play sports?
I did.
You have all football coaches or coaches for teachers your senior
A
year?
lot of them. No, not my senior year because my senior year wound up going a little bit differently sports wise.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
But when you were in sports, a football team, you had coaches?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, as soon as I got in football my junior year, I had like majority coaches.
Yeah.
Then by the time like my senior year came,
And you were in Texas already.
yeah, I'm in Texas,
Yeah.
Texas football, and just in
Right.
Dallas. So like all my teachers or coaches are like volleyball coach, like English
Yeah.
teacher is a wide receiver coach. He's one
Right.
of the best teachers I've ever had. Shout out Coach Hurst. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Being in the class, teaching and eating peanut butter, going crazy with them. But he's such a passionate guy. Man, he was a good coach. My world economics was a off defensive line coach. Like
Yeah.
coaches, science was my office. I was an offensive lineman. I was short. You know, I'm short, but you know what I'm saying? I'm strong.
Guard or tackle?
Right guard.
Yeah.
But back then, you know what I'm saying? I was benching like I was 17, benching like 325 and squatting 625.
So did you throw out your weights because it was like I'm a lineman and it's like you have to compensate that you're a lineman? So it's like I was lifting hella shit.
You feel me? You feel me? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of
No,
shocked.
I feel that.
But I also was explaining to you like cuz you know you totally like and you play football, so you're like
Right.
how do they like 5'9" and play the right guard? You know what I'm saying? I don't like really fully make sense. But like I was the shorter one, but I was like, you know, I was
The
also
lower to the ground you are on the line,
the low
more
man win.
Yeah, the low man wins.
definitely if I'm pushing weight, you know what I'm saying?
That
But
is true.
so I had all coaches. I was like, y'all kind of fucked me over because like you don't really gotta do that much work.
Yeah.
And
Well, especially in Dallas. I mean, Texas as a
Texas.
whole, but Dallas is even more on it.
Because they
but-
catering to their football and football play. That football program pays for the whole the whole sports program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
So I started at now it's a 6A, but while I was there, it was a 5A school.
Oh, damn.
And I was
What
playing.
city?
It was Lake Jackson, Clute. So it was just south of Houston, about 30, 40 minutes. And it's called Brazos Wood. And they're a football school, like total
Right.
football school. You know what I mean? And so my freshman year when I went in, I was playing defensive end and tight end. I like defense more just because I didn't want to get hit. I wanted to do the hitting.
I wanted to be on a
Yeah, and I was quick, so I like all I'm worried about is the quarterback. That's all I got to
Right.
worry about. Then
Get that,
perfect.
yeah.
That's cool. But going into my sophomore year, I was decent at defensive end. I was all right. And the coach came up to me and because I told him I was like I don't think I want to play football anymore. And then so now there's a whole swarm of people coming to talk to me and everything like that. And it's like, oh, why don't you want to play football? Why don't you want to play football? And then the head coach finally got to me and he's like, hey, why don't you want to play football anymore? He's like, hey, we want to get you in the gym, get you working out and everything like that. It was just like, honestly, coach, at this point, I'm better at basketball. But at this point, coach, it's really hot outside, and I would rather play an indoor sport where there's AC. And he fucking lost it. He went off the fucking rails, and I think he told the head
basketball coach.
Yeah. And the head basketball coach already didn't fuck with me because I didn't fuck with him because his name was Coach Eubanks, and he was a kind of big guy, so we called him Coach Huge Banks. And he was a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's soft as hell. Because I would have ran huge
bro,
banks.
if you
and low-key
saw this
sounds
guy,
cool.
if you saw this guy, soft as fuck.
Right.
So I wound up moving to the other school. It was a 4A at the time, but that's where I actually lived. And I was like, all I want to do is play basketball. And so I came in and played basketball, and then fuck outside because it'd be hot. But I do love football.
Nah, yeah. I only played like my junior and senior year. I quit my sophomore year. The coach called me boy, and he was from Arkansas. And like I just came from New Orleans, so I was had a different perspective on things. And definitely as a grown man, you didn't call me boy, but like then,
100%.
I was 14 and a half.
And then like Arkansas is like
I know. I'm like, I know where you come from, so like
Right.
you can't talk to me like that, fam. And like I'm not your boy,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
What year did you graduate?
09.
09, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 08, so
Yeah.
we're about the same.
Yeah, so I went to tour days and everything. I quit on the first day of school of my sophomore year. So I didn't play for. I didn't because I came. Katrina was during my freshman year.
Okay.
So I started at school in like October of my.
Damn, starting a high school at a whole new state.
You feel me?
Right.
My starting off, like just like quick briefly on that, and I was
A synopsis.
yeah, 2 weeks. I was a freshman in high school for 2 weeks when Katrina happened. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved to Dallas, and then like I said, the hotel went to Pinkston and was there for like 2 weeks.
Right.
And then 3 weeks later, I'm in like Irvine Valley Ranch. So I went to 3 high schools in my first 2 months of high school, you know, as a freshman. Like you said, the mindset of like, I'm in high school and like, whoa.
Yeah, this is way different.
It's
than like,
way
yeah.
different. But so I couldn't play football, at least to why I couldn't play
Yeah,
football.
because the UIL fucking.
I
rules
came
back then.
pretty late, and like I was at the first school in Dallas early enough, like, but they didn't fully integrate me in the system because like I don't know what they about to do with you.
Yeah.
And then I left, and so like by that summer I did 2 days, but I wasn't digging the coach. I barely made it. I ain't gonna lie, I had asthma, and it was still kicking my ass. So I was like, whew. But I was on defense at that time.
Right.
And I was like, okay, cool. They were still like showing me how to do everything. I was strong, but I didn't really know how to do nothing. And so I quit first year of school, but sophomore year. But then come around to I'm like, I want to play football again. So junior year, I went to 2 days, made it all the way through, and I'm starting on varsity my junior year. Played. It was kind of trash. It was new school.
Yeah.
You know, our best record at the time was 3-7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then senior year, you know, now I'm 2 years in, and I'm the senior lineman at this point too as well, and we breaking school records because we never won a road game, we never won 2 back to back,
right?
So like
everything's a record.
Everything's a record at this time. Like we finished the season at 7-3 and went to playoffs. This is our first, like we the first team to go to playoffs in my high school, and so like, but at 3-0. I was like, because I told my coach, I'm like, I want to play defense. Like, I'm too short to be an offensive lineman. Like, in school, that's not going to really, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to really help my chances. You know, because I'm like, football's going to give me the my mentality. I'm like, football's going to give me the college.
Right.
And then he, like, Boldface told me, he was like, well, you're not really good enough to go to college for this. So, like, some along those lines.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I playing?
Yeah.
So I quit. I was trying to quit. And, like, for the time I went from the football office to going to social student services to like switch my schedule, they already know like, why are you quit? You know what I'm saying? Like, we undefeated.
Right.
But like now being an adult, understand like they thinking about budget and all these other different things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, motherfuckers, y'all ain't even thinking about my future. You just want me to stay on this? Like y'all got y'all got coaches as my teachers, giving me passing grades. So I'm not really as working as much. And early on, I was actually like a 4.0 student. Then I was like, 3.5 with them giving me grades. Like,
Yeah.
I was making better grades when I was doing my own work. You know what I'm saying?
But it comes to that like
Accountability as well too.
yeah, but you get comfortable with it. It's like
I got comfortable with it.
Right.
And like you said, I'm 15, 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? Like
I already don't give a fuck.
I already don't give a fuck. I just made it through a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, oh, you strong, boy. Come play for. But yeah, I said after 2 days as a junior, that's when sophomore year, that's when he called me boy and I quit. And then next year I came and played. But I wound up still playing.
Yeah.
And I actually did get like some letters from Vanderbilt and some other things. But I didn't like. I was just an angry kid. Like I wasn't angry like it wasn't expressively all the time, but I was angry as a kid. So you know, I'm like that's why I play football.
Yeah.
But it was like so. But I'm like, I ain't gonna go to college. What the fuck am I? Offensive lineman.
Bro. Yeah. No, the 2 days is what got me as well. It was no there was no racial slurs thrown at me, but it was just way too fucking hot. It's like, why do I have to do this 2 times a day? It's already too fucking hot out here. I played basketball was my sport in high school, bro.
Right.
And man, you know, I've never actually delved. Is delved a word? I don't think delved. Dove.
Yeah.
Delved sounds cool though.
Is that dove? I dove in that. I
dove.
dove in that pussy.
But it's like
You heard that phrase before.
But it's like a past tense in correlation with the English language. Delved.
Yeah.
Coined. I've never really talked about my basketball shit, and I still won't till yet. But the worst. Well, let me back up. The best thing is for a while, I was in that mind state too. It's like, this is what's going to get me to college.
Right.
But thank God it didn't happen that way.
Thank God.
Because, one, I have no student loans. You could fuck off on that.
They actually canceled mine.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody was talking about that when they was posting. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. And I was like, I think that's off my credit. And I looked, it was off my shit. Then my brother, he was like, what? That's crazy. And they looked at his was gone too.
What? How recent was this? Was this through the...
Yeah, this like in the last year.
That's fucking nuts.
Because I remember that first they was calling me.
Yeah.
Call me, call my name. But that was I still owed them like, it was like 7,000 to 10,000.
Oh shit! Well, that's good.
Right? That was blessings.
Yeah, off rip.
I didn't know when I was gonna pay the motherfuckers.
It's like, shit, man. I'm trying to push these hoes out as long as I fucking can. It's like, what's even the point?
The thing about it, I was thinking about, I was like, man, let me get my credit and tighten up. And I was like, okay,
Right.
I'll do some type of payment, at least not let them just like call it to the point where they calling me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to extra people I don't got to talk to. So let me just take care of shit. But I was like, hold on. Oh, dang. This ain't even on my credit. Close.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. I ain't called nobody. So they better not sell them anything. Y'all took that shit off.
Bro, with that, I just recently, today, as a matter of fact, so I switched my internet. I won't say from who to who.
Right.
Because fuck both of them.
Right. Free advertisement.
But so you have to take your equipment back from, one company, and you have to like turn in your router and all this bullshit, right? And I've been stalling it for a long time. It's like I just always forget. It's like it's on the other side of town. It's like, no fucking thank you. I don't want to go over there.
I feel that.
But yesterday I went. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a good thing.
To-do list.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking knock this out. I'm gonna take it over there to their office. The office that's been there the entire time I've lived in South Austin. And I'm walking up, and I have it in my little HEB bag, like just ready to fucking throw it at them. And I walk up to the door, and they're like, sorry, we've moved. And it's like even farther west. It's like, all right, well, I'm on the way to take a nap, so this isn't going to work for me today. Yeah, I did it. and then it's crazy. Today they called me and was like, oh, well, you owe this and that. You know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers.
I tried.
Y'all don't understand the circumstances. It's like, bro, y'all want this $80 router? Like, fuck you.
Nah, Freddie definitely hit me for the $250 for
bro, that's like
parts not returned.
When I was fucking working on my credit, it was like shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like, but come on, man.
It was all from like
Come pick it up. Do y'all not have like a little fucking
carrier service?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't learn from the pandemic?
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, y'all didn't learn?
Instacart don't put this.
This is the future.
Yeah.
Can I just put it outside my door and you just come pick it up? Like,
Put it in the
DoorDash
box. I
it.
can even put it in the box for you.
Why can't they DoorDash from me?
Right.
They can afford a Dash Pass.
Can I pay a dash fee? You know what I'm saying?
I'll pay the Dasher fee.
I'll pay 10,
That's it?
10, 15.
15?
That's not
20? Okay. Now, hold on.
Pump your brakes.
I might drive over there for this.
There's half a tank now.
Yeah. But, bro, I will say, before we get into our fourth hand, I will say, bro, that I am very thankful that I did not go through an entire curriculum of college. Because, one, I'm in the field that I wanted to major in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm doing great. Like, fuck, I'm affording this shit.
Right.
And it's like, this is fucking bullshit to me. And for anybody that wants to know, I would love some help. So go ahead and super chat us, because I do have a good idea for South by, and we'll get into that later. But I feel like college is just bullshit, man. Unless you're trying to be a doctor, a lawyer, some sort of tax guy, like a tax evangelist,
engineer.
Is it evangelist?
Not a tax evangelist.
Evangelist.
And you must pay 8%.
Oh, let them know what they gotta pay.
And that's 10% if you. Nah.
Gonna have to figure it out.
That's what I saw when you say tax evangelist.
For yourself.
That's how my brain works.
And you get a tax credit.
Can I get an amen?
Hey, man.
Can I get a refund?
All right, and we're on to the fucking point.
Deposits.
Oh my god.
There we go.
He was waiting for the porn music. He's trying to
I
get
need
freaky
it.
in this.
And you got a 5 and a queen, so you're looking at 15. And I'm showing a king. Oh, this is shimmy. It's shimmy time.
I'ma
It's
go
shimmy
ahead
time on a
and-
15.
I'm gonna go ahead and go give you another one right there.
Give you another one?
Drop that other one right there.
All right, let's do that.
Put it right there.
And you got a 10, so you buzz. And I'm showing a jack, so I got 20. You would have been
See,
fucked either way.
You feel me? I had to do something. I felt
So
that.
it's 2-2
See, I'm learning how to play
or
this game.
3-3.
Hold on, you just get yourself some extra points.
Well, he's putting extra points on the board.
No, it's because y'all both got 21. I figured that warranted.
So it's
point.
2-2, and we got one more game left. It's the final countdown. But Marcos,
final
Okay,
yeah, that's right.
But Marcos, what I would really need right now, I need to send it to break because I have to take a piss. So everybody will be right back. We'll be right back. Woo-wee. Hey, so Fee was talking about the best wings in town, so we had to go back live.
So I was during the intermission. I was talking to my brother Bot, BOT. Y'all follow me at Real Robot Jones. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother.
Yo, shouts to Robot, man.
Shout out to
I
whole
gotta get
NFL.
Robot on.
Nah, for real. He's like, bro, I thought it was tomorrow. I'm like, bro, well, you know, we another time. You know what I'm saying? We got more shit coming. But yeah, he was like, yeah, bro, they got the best week in town. You know, we what was the other place? They have the CPR wings.
CPR?
Dang, it's some Parmesan. They stand for something.
Caesar Parmesan.
Ranch. It's some
Ranch.
Parmesan Ranch. I don't know what the C stands.
Crispy.
They are crispy. They good. But the potluck. It's on Stachny and Manchac on that intersection over there. But
Oh, that's what the restaurant's called, is the potluck.
the potluck. He was like,
Oh, nice.
bro, you didn't know that was right there? He's like, I thought they was up north.
Oh, is that over there by the catfish parlor?
Right over there,
Right.
right across from the school, the
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school and the college, the little ACC.
Bro, I was looking at at one point I was looking at locations right there. There was a garage type building right there. But this was at the height of the Austin housing market. So it was like there's no way I can fit shit into that like in the budget, because it's my goal with this entire shit is for the podcast to pay for itself. Right now it does, but it's we want to do bigger shit. Like I was saying earlier, I had an idea for South by. So what I want to do for South by And just so y'all know, y'all should open your pockets because there's shit I want to fucking do. Basically, at first I thought about like buying, but it makes more sense because South by is going to be real this year, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be real again.
Yeah, because ACL's happening, so they already doing large gatherings and mandates. South by is at least it's like about 6 months away from now. Literally 6 months away.
Yeah,
and they already have introducing hella mandates with vaccines. So most people will be vaccinated in the next 6 months for sure. More people, not yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
but that's interesting too because it's like the South bys of the past have been not necessarily. There's not as many people badged as there are people just like showing up and like trying to party. You know what I mean?
You said there's not what now?
It's not as many people badged.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like people do like go to some of those. I guess the big events and stuff too. But like there's so many like other side events happening. That's still what your official artists.
Right.
It's just more, I guess, intimate. So people are about those intimate experiences versus like the big festival.
My biggest thing when I went to South by, bro, was just finding free drinks, free shows. It was just like, bro, I would have every South by.
Maybe having my spreadsheets and all that stuff.
Easy,
so
bro.
I'm on that.
I could just imagine though, because because it was where, what, when.
Yeah, I didn't know it was used public. I'm like,
yeah. But they I mean, I think they're all like they're too pumped now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's gonna have that spreadsheet,
right?
Because everybody knows who they are now.
Right. So,
but back then it was kind of just like
you had to find out and figure it out, and you have to know. Sometimes you have to just know people who had like, oh, I just got an RSVP.
Yeah.
You know, now you have this big spreadsheet where people are like, oh, here's the thing, you better do it ASAP.
Yeah.
But if you do it first, then you good at everything. And that's the key. That's definitely the key.
That's the key, bro.
RSVP to everything, even if you're not going. It's like
even if you don't even plan to go. It's just like
you could definitely sell your RSVP.
Yeah, and then it was, bro. There was hella times to where it was just like I'd be walking around and like, oh, what are we gonna do? It's like, oh, well, I have an RSVP here. If you
exactly,
like, it's just like random shit. But then like those would wind up be the livest times.
The livest things. Like at times I would always leave room for like whim. You know what I'm saying? Like I had things that were always planned. But then, like after, like at first, I was doing like 8 to 10 shows during South by. That was like the flex to show that I can do this shit and I'm getting booked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can do 8 shows in a week, 10 shows in a week. I only was able to do 8 because I damn near broke my knee. But that would happen when you got a big nigga mosh pitting on stage and shit. But
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and then after a while, I was like, I just want quality shows. Give me 4 or 5 quality shows. Really 4 or 5 quality shows, and then space to like mingle,
right?
See what's happening to go experience some myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still
South by is an experience.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of hip hop and the art and the media side of things.
Yeah.
So I do want to see what's going on and not just working as an artist to showcase and like showcase the skills. That's what you're doing in the show. Showcase.
Right.
So it's like, okay, that's cool, but let me go lock in some opportunities. Let me go see some people too. So
there's apparently there's an official podcast stage this year. Now I am going to register for it once I can figure out how the registration works. But it's like literally, Marcos, what are we going to do, bro? We're going to get up there, start drinking, and then what? Take phone calls. It's like this thing is going to go to shit really quick.
But that may be the thing that put y'all, through the next chapter.
No, I definitely agree that if we can do it, we should do it.
Shit is missing phone calls,
bro. We take phone calls. We take phone calls. We can't take phone calls tonight because tonight is the first night of the shots. We can't talk about the shots, and I feel like a lot of people would want to talk about that.
Right.
So it's like
Evo says we need to invite a stripper.
Well,
we've been working on that as well.
It's all shirt off feet. It ain't that type of party. shirt off.
They got confused.
Man, that's not what's happening right now.
But man, Marcos, we're gonna talk about this beyond the show. But I have an idea for a mobile podcast for South by Southwest.
I think that'd be dope, man.
I think it would be fucking crazy.
I support that shit.
Bro,
bike
it's going to
bar?
be fucking nuts.
My name is Shirt Off
The
and I
bike
support
bar?
that shit.
and I condone this message.
I condone this message.
All right, Fee, we're going to go to our fifth hand so we can just get this,
you know
so
what
I
I'm
could
saying?
just get my winning out of the way.
Hold up. Look what I did.
Oh, yeah, here goes Marcos.
Hold on.
He's got to get one in. This was an extra hand for Marcos, so technically he would be done.
Yeah.
All right, so his first card is a jack.
So Jack,
Second card is a 7. Strong. You know this is a do or die right now, right? And I got a king.
and a Jack. Is that 10 or 11?
That's 10.
It's 10, so I'm 17.
Mhm.
That's 18, 19, 20, 21.
There's only 4 cards you could pull. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn near. I'm good on that.
smart stay. Unless I had an ace. And I got 21 on the motherfucking podcast. Wow.
Hit it. Let me see what the next card was. Let me see the next card for my conscience. I would have, yeah.
Would've bust
I would have
anyways.
bust anyway. You feel me? We still busting though.
Hey, we busting no matter what.
You feel me? Every decision I made in the car was the only ones I had. It was the better,
That
it
is
was a better
true.
choice.
No, you did.
Take
You
from
played
that.
smart the entire time.
Last time I didn't really know what I was doing.
Right.
This time I was like, okay.
No, you took it in. You took it in and realized what was going on. V, what's been bothering you like the past week? There's been some sort of situation. It's been heavy on your heart, and I just want to talk about it now.
Turn to Miss Cleo.
Call me now.
Is these tarot cards? What? I'm a terror squad and these are tarot cards.
And this says your relationship is going almost nowhere.
9 out of 10. No, but I've been honestly been happy. I ain't going to cap. Like, it's
That's
obviously,
wild.
you know, like there's things that we going through. But like all this time, it gave me time to reflect on different things. And we think about time. And I was, what the hell? My phone was calling a nigga. Who the fuck is Brad?
Brad,
I got
get him on the line.
I got like 800 numbers in my phone, but my phone started calling like. What? Anyway,
That's my biggest fear, honestly.
I always check my phone like to see if it's on or something
Yeah.
like that. But like I said, man, I've been happy. Like really, you know, I've been around like people that like definitely that like, loved ones. You know,
Right.
I've been home a few times. When I say home, I mean Dallas, because like my immediate family lives in Dallas. My whole family live in New Orleans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like mom, sisters, aunt, grandma, auntie, cousins, and uncles in Dallas. But like I got great uncles, great aunt, great grandma,
Right.
great all that. I have a huge ass family. But I was able to go home to my grandpa's 60th birthday and just to see it, just a surprise party for him, and just to
Nice.
see like it was last weekend, and to see like that happiness and actual
This
surprise.
was last weekend, so
Last
after the most recent hurricane.
Yeah. So my grandpa and grandma they live in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So my great grandma lived in New Orleans and a bunch of other people. But anyway, I was able to see them and see them happy and joy and just like my grandpa made it to 60. Like first of all, my grandpa was 60. Like that's kind of young, like they're from my age and whatnot.
Right.
And like getting down, having a good time, everybody having a blast.
That is kind of a young grandpa, 60.
Yeah, my grandma, she I think my grandma's 64. Yeah, my
You got
people-
that sugar mama.
You know what I'm saying? My people kind of young, you know what I'm saying? But that was, you know, and I was able to have a good time this weekend. But like the end of this, like now it's just locking in. And I was, I've really been on like refocusing. Like just, I don't know. I woke up with a chip on my shoulder, you know.
Today?
Like yesterday or the day before. And yeah, like 2 days ago. And sometimes
God damn it.
Sometimes
I wish we could get a fucking close up on that. That is fucking crazy.
see, I was talking.
Yeah.
Well, see, what had happened was
I wanted to ask you, should I pour your beer, but I didn't want to like be like,
I feel you. See, what had happened was I was talking and I just like soda. You
Yeah.
know? But I was where was I at?
you woke up with a chip on your
Oh,
shoulder.
chip
a
on the
couple
shoulder.
days.
You know what I'm saying? You know, think about a big nigga with a chip on his shoulder. He gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to make sure I had to put a plan in action to assure different ways of eating. And so it's just like, and eating healthier. So like within the last 3 months of the year, and I really just like the focus of just getting back onto those getting better. And like that's one of the things I really did learn over the course of this whole like quarantine pandemic is really like how to dive into self and understand self and take care of self better, and to help you be able to take care of others, you know, and that whole cycle of that. And like being in a year of a pandemic to a certain degrees, like it's definitely just like this. Nothing is just straight linear. I had to get back to those new habits I learned, like those new skills I learned, and just like I'm just get back in our old habits. And I was like, clicking back, and from there my personal trainer hit me back up. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, and that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like we was beefing. Nothing. He just hit me up like when I was on the same frequency, and he's like always tell me like a word of the year, and it's like this year is like accountability. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like yourself and others. You know what I'm saying? You know, to make sure it should keep moving. And he was like, yeah, and he's definitely one of those like motivational speaker type, like 6'3" type thing. Like, you know, and he own it with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dog. Shout out to Colin. Gassed up or passed up. You know what I'm saying? That's really his mentality and just in life. Either you gassed up or you passed up. Like, you gonna turn up or you gonna get passed up and left behind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so like really just like tightening up on different things. And just like also like just music's about to be released, and so like I'm really excited for that myself. I'm dropping music.
What's the plan with that?
Without fully dissolve, like you know, like laying out the whole plan,
Delving into
the whole plan.
Dove.
We're gonna delve. That's when you dwell on something and you dive. Like I'm really gonna dive into this because you know we're delving.
But yeah, we're dwelling.
We're delving in this. Without fully
like
delving into this.
Copyright.
You know, me and my brothers, we have like a bunch of albums like we've created over this time. Like I have an album and a half worth of music. My brother Lazy G have a album and a half worth of music. But I got like 2 albums worth of music. And the producers, I was talking about AWO, Drigo, you know, Queso, Chef, they all, you know what I'm saying? Like they got stuff going on too. And they have a few albums, like with a group album with us, or duo album, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of music is coming.
Because Mona Lisa is the collective, right?
Mona Lisa is the rap collective.
Okay.
AWO, a work of art, AWO is the producer collective. MFL is the whole entertainment company.
Right.
You know, where it's events, whatever we're doing, like that's the whole brand.
Right.
That's the team. And that stands for Music Fertilizing Life. You know what I'm saying? Music is what we do, but it's not all that we do. So we got some other stuff going on, but like that's the, you know, as far as entertainment wise. But yeah, so that's what we was talking about. Like, yeah, so that's the team.
Yeah. One thing you mentioned though, through the pandemic shit was the time you were able to take out and do some meditation.
Right, yoga and all yoga.
Like a lot of people aren't able to do that type of thing. Like when the pandemic came along, for some dumbass reason, I thought I was going to get to take a break, and I wish I would have, because that's one thing I do want to. I want to try to practice is meditation.
Right, we got to plan our break so we'll get broken. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because you're gonna crash, and when you crash, that's an unplanned break. So now you got unplanned a different type of work schedule because you just crashed.
Right.
So like, man, I gotta plan my breaks because regardless, you got to break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I really.
So one thing that I do now, and I think this is, I don't want to say unhealthy, but it's a waste of time. Honestly, is I take a break. When I take a break, I take a nap. I take a very solid nap. I'm in a very cozy nap schedule right now that I really like. And if you think about like back to like kindergarten and shit like that, when you used to hate taking naps, I wish I would have those times back to where I would have just taken those naps. And it's like maybe I wouldn't need them so much now.
I think I took them naps all the time.
But I do. I used to hate it. I used to fight.
Go to
it.
sleep. I
used to fight it, bro, because they used to play these weird ass like it was meditation music. Looking back on it,
right?
It was like very like yoga-esque, and it's like yo, this is scary as fuck to me. Like, what are y'all trying to do to me?
What the fuck are they humming?
Yeah. It's like, why is everybody asleep? Like, y'all don't see what's going on? But yeah, no, I was very fearful to take naps back then, only because I really didn't understand my surroundings at the time. And
You wasn't
like
comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I had a great kindergarten teacher, Mr. Teach. The fact that I even remember her name, Mr. The Teach, was her name. It was like, I'm from New Orleans, so like French names and stuff.
The T.
She left right before graduation. I'll never forget. I was like, why did she leave us?
Yeah.
Like, looking back at it, I was like, yeah, that's kind of messed up. If you see this, no, I'm joking. I hope you taking care of it all good.
But fuck you at the same time.
I don't know what happened.
You left me in my time of need.
A week before graduation, I needed your comfort. I needed another nap. Go to sleep.
She was the one that brought my mat the exact way I wanted it to be.
You know what I'm saying?
The perfect temperature, the exact roll,
The right
everything.
blanket and everything, and juice box. Nah, but
that now.
No, but I mean, with the meditation, like I do want to, and I always just feel like I'm too. I mean, I can make a million excuses,
Right.
But the thing is with meditation is the point of reflection and really thinking about like what you have done, what you're trying to do, and just taking that solitude to really take that all in. And I feel like I need that, but it's so hard to make time. I always, whenever I think about meditation, I think about there's this episode of The Office. Do you watch The Office? Probably not.
no. I started watching it I stopped watching it, but I started watching it last year, in February, like so right before COVID, and I watched it all the way through like maybe.
It was
November.
when it was on Netflix.
Yeah, when it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
dude,
and
that was
they took it away.
It's the funniest shit ever.
Dude, it's great.
I
It's
was
fucking
screaming.
great.
If you could scream laughing by yourself, shit is funny.
Bro. The Office.
I watched
is
it by
fucking
myself,
great.
and I was just like,
bro.
I
So
wanted me a pound,
who doesn't?
right?
And but the bullshit about it was they took it
had
off
a
of
pound.
Netflix, and then it's because. Let's talk about that. No, let's bring it back.
Let's unpack that.
But the bullshit about the move from Netflix to Peacock, which is NBC's new
Streaming
service, right?
Yeah.
And at first, NBC was having a whole like fight with Fire Stick, and that's or Amazon rather.
Amazon.
And so you couldn't get it on there for a long time, and then you would have to like jailbreak your shit and do all this. Well, now you can get Peacock on fucking Fire Stick, just in case y'all were wondering.
See, I didn't even know about that.
Bro, but if you keep nickeling and diming into fucking streaming services, you're paying
You're
for
paying
cable.
more than cable.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like I'm lucky we had a Monday night game this past week because I got a week free trial of Fubo TV.
Fubio or something like that.
Yeah, some
that shit was
bullshit.
Fubi.
It's like
Fubi.
it's like Fubu but with an O at the end.
Yeah.
For
Fubo.
us, by only for me.
For
Yeah.
us by others.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The money is for us, but the material is by others. Goodness. So luckily, I'll be able to watch because there's still not a Fox streaming service, which is weird.
That's weird because they're like the biggest.
Right. That's what you would think.
So.
And-
NBC is big though.
And you know
NBC
what?
got Law and Order.
Right.
Dick Wolf be writing his
Wolf.
ass off.
Yeah, Dick Wolf.
He's still alive. He had New York Undercover.
Bro.
See, motherfuckers too young to even know what New York
No, Dick
Undercover
Wolf
is.
did a lot of shit. Have you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I've heard of it. Like, the guy with the little hair.
Yeah.
I don't
Larry
really know
David.
it. I don't really know what it is,
Bro.
but I know about it.
This is kind of my life.
Right.
honestly. Like Larry David is my spirit animal in like most realms of world. But he's coming back out with a new season in October. I've heard it's the 24th.
So when did it stop? Like how like a
So he wound up. So it was after season 8 because I think this is season 10 coming out. So he just did season 9 during like the whole Trump era,
right.
and before that he had took like 2-3 years off. He had did like
That's what I thought it stopped.
7-8 seasons for like straight, like just kept doing it. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how this guy deals with the COVID era.
I'm gonna check it out. See it because I watch.
You gotta watch it, man.
I watch,
It's fucking funny.
It's like a TV show, but it's like kind of news.
Yeah, it's
like.
HBO. It's a TV show. It's just about this fucking old guy going through life. He actually wrote most of Seinfeld. And so basically he got so bored of collecting these fucking multi-million-dollar checks from Seinfeld that he was like, well, I'm going to make a TV show about my life and collect royalties from that too. And that's exactly
so it's really
what
about
doing.
his actual life.
It's his actual life. He changes the characters a little bit.
It's like a satirization of his life.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's got actors in the other roles. It's not like the people in his life.
But these are
it's situations that come out of his life.
Right. So it's like, yeah, I get you.
so like during the Trump era season, he realized that he was able to put on a MAGA hat and people wouldn't want to be around him, and that's what he preferred, like people to just stay away from him.
Leave me alone.
And then at one point he was driving down the road and he almost sideswipes a motorcyclist, and the motorcyclist rolls up and he's like all pissed off and shit. And then Larry David puts on his MAGA hat. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He was like, "It's all right, man. Just be a little safer on the road," because he saw the MAGA hat.
He's like, oh, he got this shit.
Yeah. Where was that going with The Office? What were we talking about before
Peacock,
that?
we was talking about streaming services.
Before that,
That it's hilarious.
yeah, The Office is just
Pam?
great. Now, Pam, we want to talk about Pam?
Oh, we want to talk about Pam.
I want to talk about Pam. Anyways, man, there was no, that
We
wasn't
talk
it.
about Gina. No, that's around.
Bro, can I be honest about
I
something?
think Pam was liver than Gina. Looking back now, as a kid, I liked Gina, but now as a grown man, I love Pam.
Bro, because it was a different type. It was
a different
It was
time.
a situation. I honestly never watched Martin hardcore.
Really?
Like I followed.
You knew
Martin.
about it.
Yeah, I
You knew who Martin Lawrence was.
Oh, 100%. No. And I'm not saying that I didn't just not know the storyline of Martin. Like I know the storyline and I know how it all goes down. I know a lot about it, but the specific episodes I couldn't tell you a lot about.
Right.
I know the synopsis.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
watched it as a family sometimes, and like,
Oh, yeah.
I remember as a kid watching it, and I kind of forgot about it. And I had this friend who we used to always like smoke and watch Martin every night, like 3 or 4, like about 4 years ago. And so like I watched it again. My little sister, her favorite show was Martin,
Really?
and I used to be mad at my mom and them for letting her watch it. Cause she was like 10, 11 years old. I like, what's your favorite TV show? She's like, it's Martin.
These
I
are
was
adult
like,
situations.
I was like, yeah, damn, Gina, you watching Martin? I was like, Martin, but I got mad at her. But I'm like, when I was watching Martin, I was damn near 7 years old. She's like 11, 12, you know, because like I was watching it as it was coming out. Like,
Right.
My
you
parents
know?
would put it on for us.
Right, we watched it as a family in the living room. Martin, Wayne brothers,
What was that? UPN? UPS?
UPN, but I think it came
UPN.
on like, I don't think Martin didn't
No,
come on.
Martin was on the legit
WB.
network.
The WB.
Yeah, the WB.
Yeah, Martin
with the frog.
Well, Wayne brothers for sure came on WB.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure if, because like you said, the frog. I'm not sure if Martin was on the WB, but I think it was.
I think it was on a major network.
Yeah, it was on. Yeah, WB was major.
Was the WB
no, it
not a
was
major
like-
network?
No, like the one of the big four. What I'm
I
saying.
think WB was major back there before it went to the CW.
Yeah.
Because Dawson Creek came on there.
Bro.
I was the only nigga in the hood who
Jason
watched Dawson.
Vanderbeek.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Felicity and stuff like.
Yeah. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That came on there too.
I think Friends even came on there
Friends was on the CW.
on WB.
Yeah, WB.
Yeah,
Right,
they were
right.
busting, but it was CW is when they start watching, Flash, and I know
Yeah.
no disrespect against them, but like,
I don't give a fuck.
I
I've never watched Friends either. Like
I watched it back then because like we didn't have cable, so I was
Right.
watching the WB.
Yeah.
and like you said, UPN.
No, it was on Fox.
Oh,
Martin show was on Fox.
Martin was
Martin
on
was on
Fox.
Martin was on Fox.
Okay.
I knew it was on one of the.
Shout
There you
out
go.
Martin. Yeah, the Fox deal, that Fox bag back. I hope they paid my man. But
Thank God they started paying Dave Chappelle again.
right, you know what I'm saying.
Or
Now
we would have
could-
never appreciated.
would have never
the
went
work.
back and watched that
Bro.
shit. But I can go watch
It was so live. Me and Quality Control got to go to
Talking about QC.
QC, my QC for 21.
Oh, okay. I was like,
me
he
and-
was with P. My guy, right?
No. But me and her got to go see Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle in Las Vegas recently.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh my god, it was amazing. But to hear like Dave Chappelle like talk about that in person and like thanking everybody for like
Standing behind him.
right and like making sure he got his fucking check was just like, bro, fuck yeah, who wouldn't? Like it's like you're that fucking guy, bro.
He's that guy.
God,
He's
damn.
our guy. You know?
Guy.
It was like he was Reggie. Reggie? Oh. And then the professor, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that was him.
You know what? Yeah,
He worked with Eddie Murphy, a classic
right.
role.
Yeah. And he
Before
yeah,
Half Baked.
that is right.
I didn't know who he was. I just knew him as Reggie.
Bro, and he did like a bunch of like very low key roles like that.
Because it was like a wig. Like, I
Yeah.
would have knew that was Dave Chappelle and Nutty Professor.
His teeth were all like different.
Right.
everything.
He looked like Mushmouth from Fat Albert. You know what I'm saying?
He did that Mel Brooks movie, the Robin Hood Men in Tights, too.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was in there at the-
He was in
Yeah.
that movie. See, that was Stoner movies before Stoner movies came out.
Right.
Like,
Bro, the Nutty Professor, like I've honestly only rewatched the first half of it a lot recently. And it's like when they get to the point where they're in the buffet. Or no, this might even be the
the
clumps.
the clumps part
yeah.
too.
It's like when they get to the fucking buffet and then and the grandma is just like just like roasting the dad and, and
dude, it's been
then-
so long since I've seen that.
bro,
I don't care.
oh my god, put my beef in your taco type shit, like that shit's fucking ridiculous. But it's like to think of like that was in the early 90s.
Nah, yeah.
Like for Eddie Murphy to do some fucking crazy shit, like bro, he was playing every character.
I didn't even know he was like two of the other characters. I didn't know he was the uncle.
Right.
I'm like, for the longest, I thought he was just like the mom, the dad, and the grandma, and
Yeah.
obviously like the main character.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was playing the light skinned uncle too. I was like, what?
Yeah. Down
know?
there at the edge of the table.
Right. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Everybody but the kid.
Right. Exactly. Everybody but the kid.
Yeah.
Hercules.
Bro, but it's honestly crazy how well he fit into like the entire group because that was like his whole shtick.
Right.
The kid, like it's like he grew up like that. Then I think the last movie I saw him in was
He was in
in
some college party movies.
it was
like,
a road trip.
like Road Trip and one of the National Lampoons probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
all the National
Yeah.
Lampoons. That's how it was like, oh. You know who else who don't give enough credit? You could do a whole, like, while we're talking about these classic movies, you can do a whole marathon on and just like enjoy it. Damon Wayans have a bunch of movies you can really just like. I'm not sure if you grew up
Not
on
a
these.
fan.
I can feel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a lot of movies he did, and I mean, for what it's worth, that's badass.
yeah.
But I'm not a fan.
But I feel like culturally, it hit a little different for me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we had a different connection for us.
Why
Like,
is that? Because you're black?
yeah, definitely because I'm black. You know,
he
and
did Handyman. He was Handyman.
he was Blank Man.
Oh,
Blank
Blank Man.
Do I have a?
Like-
He was major.
Handyman was Kel.
No.
Kel was Handyman.
What?
Handyman, man. Wasn't that all that?
Handyman from In Living Color.
In Living
Remember
Color.
that? He would like show up and be like, "I'm here to help you." You know.
So am I just
never
making
seen-
this up?
He was in Mo Money. Mo Money was a solid movie.
Never seen
Stacey Dash and Marlon Wayans.
it. Never seen it.
Bulletproof with Adam Sandler.
I've seen that. Most of it.
The Boy Scout with Bruce Willis.
Never saw it.
Blank Man.
Okay, so that's what you. Okay, Blank Man. I remember
Major
that.
But he did
Pain.
Handyman.
Major
on
Pain. I love Major
I went back
Pain.
and watched Major Pain like 2 days ago. I was like a week ago. I was like, yo, it hit different as an adult watching
Yeah.
it. Because he's like
You
kinda
understand
like
a lot more
Kind of like
than-
a hood nigga with like PTSD.
Right.
And it's different, like versus like, man, this. I just something like this because I identify with the kid who basically was Eddie from That's So Raven.
Right.
As a kid, I'm like, yo,
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown. I was younger, so I was like, oh shit. But then getting older and watching it, like, you know, I had homies who went to the army, just the people understanding like the mental health aspect of it. And I was like, yo, he was on to a whole different thing, like, because they used to be on that, like message. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
I was like, yo, he going crazy with this. Even Blank Man is like, I'm a neighborhood superhero. You know, then he came back with My Wife and Kids as a sitcom,
Right.
like syndication. Oh, party foul. He talked about me. My phone's still standing.
I've never done that. I've never done that.
Still standing.
You know what? For as many, well, this is like my 45th show. I don't know if that's right, but
I can't believe I didn't get it on camera.
thank God.
Right, it was,
I'm a little pissed.
unplanned.
This is a brand new felt, by the way. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's just money.
It's just money down the drain.
Fucking cocksucking
Spilled milk or
Amazon
spilled beer.
fuckers. Anyways, Fee, is there anything you want to say before we fucking shut this bitch down?
Man, I definitely want to say appreciate you for having me.
Actually,
out here,
before we get into that, can you hand me that little blue thing right there? Yeah. Gotta make sure. Microfiber.
It felt weird on your hands. So.
Yeah, it kind of does. But for some reason, this is like alien technology.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's not meant to touch
Look at
our
that.
skin.
Look at that. It's just soaking it up. There's no reason for this. Anyways, sorry, Fee. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're good. I'm definitely gonna order some chicken when I leave here. I'm going to that place we was talking about on me.
What was the place? One more time.
Potluck.
Potluck.
Yeah, it's actually like black on. I think the person was of color. It was dark. It was dark. It was kind of dark. But yeah, definitely he was like they slapping. Dang, why can't I think about the other chicken place? There's the homie Mike owned it. I know the homie who owned it, but I can't think about his place. But he got like 3 locations, like on the east side in the Domain and up another spot up north. But they wings fire.
Bro, so since this entire, like, do you know that there's been like a weird chicken thing going on?
The shortage?
Not even the
Cause
shortage,
they've been
bro.
taxing.
Bro, so check
It's
this out.
just a wing shortage, $10,
The
$2 extra.
USDA or whoever's over the chicken shit
USDA should be.
they basically approved like some lower class chicken to be introduced because of the shortage.
Because we don't got that much food left,
Right.
so we eating too much. That's why I'm going to salads, man.
You
I'm gonna
know,
go vegan, man.
so I've been a little sketch on chicken for a while because of that. But thing about it is,
I love chicken.
bro, I love chicken.
I'm reflecting over here. I was about to fuck some chicken up. You know what I'm about? Now you know what I'm about to do? Fuck some chicken up.
Bro. And it's like, but it's like the last. So when I first moved here, like Pluckers was awesome.
Dude, I thought Pluckers was awesome.
It
when I
was
first-
badass.
Their sauce still fire.
Their sauce is good.
chicken
Their
quality,
flavors,
I
they
can-
have all. No, the chicken quality is ass.
Chicken quality is ass.
It's the worst thing ever.
I was like, I can't eat this no more.
Bro, and the fact that Wingstop turned into Thigh Stop. How do you go from white meat to dark meat and
man,
think this is gonna work out?
They selling, so I guess they still rocking with it. And Rick Ross, he was like, "Yeah, we winning." I think he introduced that, so he was like,
Yeah, it was. I like
people
dark meat.
people buying that shit. I was like, what?
I haven't eaten Wingstop in shit.
I'm not a big
years.
fan either. Anyway, you know who Wing Daddy's going crazy.
Wing Daddies.
Yeah, who else got some? You know, Tommy Want Wings. They got some good wings too.
Tommy,
Wicked Wings?
yeah,
They
I've heard
taxed
about
Wicked
that.
Wings?
It's on Rainy. They taxing though.
Yeah.
I realized after I ate, I was like, how much did I just pay for some fucking wings?
Yeah.
I had 4 wings.
Are they crispy? Are they big?
Not really. They just shave part of the little extra skin off to look like a lollipop. Here's some lollipop wings. Now they go hard though.
Like the flavor's good.
flavor's good.
Yeah.
Ranch on fire, tater tots.
I don't think I've been to another wings. The only other wing spot I had been to besides Pluckers was there's one on 35. It's South 35. It's like Wing Daddies.
Yeah, Wing Daddies. Wing Daddies go hard.
They have like a bunch of different drinks and shit.
Yeah, they got Tarant that.
They got a little patio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So what am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
Where's Wing Daddies?
Wing Daddies, the one I know of, is south across from South Park Meadows. On the other side of the highway.
Yeah, that's it.
Next to Chuck E. Cheese.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, they do have a patio
It's
now.
very.
I'm
It's
tripping.
a small patio.
They do have a patio. I used to live over the search to just go get my wings and leave. At Tangosaurus,
Tangosaurus.
Tangosaurus is the best flavor they got over there.
Really?
Tangosaurus at Wing Daddies, Hallelujah at the Hallelujah sauce. Y'all get Hallelujah mixed with the dry rub ranch if you go to Pluckers.
Bro, the dry rub ranch is what I get every time. at
Dry
Pluckers.
rub ranch, but mix it with Hallelujah sauce. That's if you like a little spicy.
I can fuck with some spice.
But that dry rub ranch and Hallelujah, I'll go crazy.
Right.
Yeah, that's strawberry. Give me a strawberry lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shirt off fee order.
Shirt off
Wing
order,
Daddy's.
you know what I'm saying? You know, it's customized. You come this way.
Bro, we need
food.
to. That's the next thing. I do honestly believe, and we're gonna wrap this up soon. I'm sorry to keep just
Just
going.
vibing. We good.
But
They closing the hour, but we good.
we got plenty of time.
we got time. You know what I'm saying? They down the street.
I don't think that these artists that are getting meals at like McDonald's and Burger King and shit are a good look.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling different about it, but everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like they eat. First of all, like, cause for me, at least my perspective on this, I don't eat McDonald's. I haven't ate McDonald's in like 6-7 years. So like,
Good on you.
I don't eat a lot of that shit. Like, so it's like kind of promoting people to eat this bad. Like, you know, I'm not saying, oh, you gotta go eat healthy, but it's like these are like some of the worst food. They just big brand. Like McDonald's is really what you call it, a real estate company, not a food
Big
company.
facts.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like they really sell real estate, but they just like, you know, we got food too.
A lot of people don't know
They don't
that.
even know that. Go watch the documentary.
Yeah.
And like, so
It's not even a documentary now. It's a fucking movie.
It's a
Have you
movie,
watched
right.
The Founder?
nah, I ain't
Bro,
I ain't-
watch The
With Batman
Founder.
in it.
Yeah,
You got Batman,
Michael
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton.
I wouldn't call him Batman.
Yeah,
because
he's
we're
very-
a little younger than old Marcos over here.
Hey, man, he's about to
He's
be
the real
Batman again.
Batman.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Right. Yeah.
My
But,
first
but,
Batman was Adam West.
Right. I
You young.
I don't even know about Adam West is from Fairy Godparents.
No, Family Guy.
No, he was in Fairy Godparents. He played like
Really?
a fake like Catman. He was like one of the superheroes. Like it wasn't.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
But he played as Adam West.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
Adam
yeah,
West
yeah, it was
as
Adam
Adam
West.
West.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I know who he is. I was
You're
like,
right.
who the fuck is Adam West? But that was
He's Batman.
He went out graciously. You know what I'm saying? He was played himself. When you get able to play yourself as a character, you did something.
Bro, and he fucking, like, Adam West was like, there's a high school named after him on Family Guy.
Well, I didn't know he was on Family
James
Guy.
Woods.
And James
James
Woods.
Woods High.
James Woods High School, and there's a Adam West. I
the
think it's
mayor.
middle school now.
He's the mayor.
Yeah, Adam West.
Adam
was-
West, you right. I haven't watched Family Guy in like 2-3 years, like off and on maybe, but like I used to watch this shit. I love animation,
Mm-hmm.
so I like watch. I just started watching Naruto like in March of this
Oh,
year.
yeah, you're an anime guy.
No, I just started watching it. Like I like animation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not anime. You know what I'm saying? Like I like cartoons. Like,
Demon Slayer is where it's at.
I haven't watched Demon Slayer yet,
that one's good.
but you know what I'm saying. And I'm into like Japanese culture and stuff too, so I think it's pretty cool.
What do you like about Japanese culture?
Well, I was watching this documentary, Age of Samurai, and so like in the 1500s, like from 1500 to like 1620, they have a civil war.
Right.
So like that's like the Age of Samurai, and like a lot of people know like about Yasuke, the first black samurai, but it's like how he became like a samurai. Or
Right.
How is this black guy be able to be a samurai? But it's like because Oda Nobunaga, who wound up taking over like this certain part of like Japan, and he eventually became shogun and unified all of Japan by like the mid of his reign. How he was able to do that was that he turned all of his civilians basically to samurais. And what made it easier for them to want to do that is like that was like it's a warrior class. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a class system, but this is like when it's brute force era. You know what I'm saying? It's like you strong, you fight.
Right.
You are the breadwinners. You are the top of the class.
This is before firearms, too.
Yeah, this is before firearms. Towards the end, in the 16, like about I think like 1580, 1590, they started using like they was shooting, but you had to like load it up and like it was almost in effect.
Bassinets, not bassinets, muskets.
Muskets and it was like a little bit
That's
before
what we
that.
put babies in.
It was a little
Yeah.
bit. It was a little bit before that.
Bayonets are the swords on top of the gun.
And so like, but the way he even used that into his army, because like he was one of the first people to even use these. Definitely like in Asian like culture, but like he turned all these people into to samurais, and they was definitely like, oh, I can be on the same level of the people who've been treating me like shit. First of all, that's the mindset, like, yeah, definitely. But like now I can feed my family and all this stuff. So like, but also just think about living in a culture full of like That's like 3 to 4 generations.
Right.
120 years. That's 3 to 4
Yeah.
generations that only know war. The whole country's at war. Because this guy, when he took over, he turned all his civilians into, So like, it's a documentary on Netflix called Age of Samurai. But it's just cool how it connects to Yasuke, who is like the first black samurai, which Afro Samurai is connected to. But yeah. So
That's
like,
Adult Swim.
right, yeah. So there's a few animations I did, like Afro Samurai, Boondocks, Dragon Ball Z. That was the only anime I watched.
Boondocks, I think, is still considered anime.
It is, and by definition, it is because they actually have a Japanese illustrator, but it's written by a black guy.
I did not know it was a Japanese illustrator.
Yeah. So by definition, it is anime.
You know,
all you haters.
There was talks of Boondocks coming back, but it's like Granddad's.
He's gone, yeah. So it kind of switched the things up, and I think they did switch animations. Like it was gonna look a little different, which I was like, I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm open for change, whatever.
I heard someone make the argument that King of the Hill was Texas anime because of you had to listen to it in the actual language they recorded. So
Right.
you had to. They had this guy heard these Japanese guys talking about, do you watch it subbed or dubbed? Because you have to listen to it actually. So you have to read it with the subtitles because you have to hear how Hank Hill sounds.
Right,
In
they
his
do
native
talk a little
language.
funny.
I think it's more about how, no, definitely how Hank Hill sounds, but
Isn't it
like
take place
the
in Fort Worth?
Boomhauer too. Yeah,
boom. I didn't.
basically.
I didn't know, like, because like when I watched that as a kid, like I didn't live in Texas, so I didn't know what Fort Worth was and all those different. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And the accents was just like crazy to me. But Sir did a cool video on that. Like he remade the video.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that
one of my
was
favorite
really good.
songs.
Yeah.
That's-
And then he had
John
it was called like
Redcorn.
Red
yeah,
Corn.
John Redcorn. Like that's a hell of a, it make you feel like you heartbroken. I'd be heartbroken. I ain't even dating nobody. I'd be like.
Yeah,
I'm feeling the false. It's like a phantom pain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Bro, just going back to the fucking the Boondocks and how what was his name, John Witherspoon, and how he passed, and then we lost Debo,
Yeah, that
lost
whole
Ezell.
cast, Bernie Mac.
and it just keeps going. It just keeps
It's like
going.
8 people from that cast is not with us anymore.
Bro, and it's like when last Friday was like an idea. It's like we could have done this shit right,
Oh, that shit, Chris Tucker.
bro.
God, no, right?
Chris
But
Tucker.
who is that, Paramount or who was it that's just like they literally just stopped him from doing it, and it's like we'll never
Oh,
get
they
it.
stopped him?
Well, Ice Cube was trying to do it last Friday, but whoever was it 20th Century Fox Dimension? I know it was
Dimension.
Dimension,
It's Dimension, yeah, Dimension.
but whoever owns Dimension was really putting the pressure to where it's like contracts and all that bullshit. To where it's like we can't do it again. So it's like the last Friday that we're gonna get is Friday after next. Like, come on.
Right.
Friday after next was
It's still a
Yeah,
and what makes it even better is a Christmas movie.
I think that's what makes it worse.
Right.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it.
It's like we can only watch this at one point of the year.
Right, because it's not really that good for other things. But Christmas comes every year, so you watch this movie every year.
That is true. That is true.
Because it is a solid Christmas movie. Definitely.
Oh, it's a great Christmas
It's a
movie.
solid hood Christmas movie for
Yeah,
shit show.
you have to watch it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, Christmas
So,
coming
like-
around. Yeah.
But like other than that, like I think about like when because I don't watch Friday and Next Friday often,
Right.
but it's like Friday After Next was coming on more often
Yeah.
than the other ones.
Right.
But it's like the other because you couldn't just burn out Friday because it's a classic.
But here's the thing. I don't need to watch Friday or next Friday because I got it all up here.
I don't need it either.
Yeah, it's like
I sometimes if I'm like talking of a friend who's from a different culture or I'm shorty from a different culture, I watch it. It's like, hey, this is
Yeah.
you gotta understand these references. You know
yeah,
what I'm
if
saying?
you
gotta-
don't get it.
if you don't get it, you don't get me and get out.
Right. Yeah.
I'll watch some shit from your culture. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're Middle Eastern, Italian, or whatever, wherever you're
What
from.
would that be? Like what would that be?
What?
Like what is a white woman showed you? Or
I used to be like, you never saw Friends or something like, or
like I'm trying to think of a white Christmas movie and I can't even really think of one.
Home Alone. I feel like
Home Alone, but yeah, that's everybody.
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa is not a white movie. I think it's just
One of my friends gave me a porn video when I was in 7th grade, and it was in my Bad Santa case. My cousin found it, and she just looked at me and was like, "But no, I don't know."
Was there like a label on the DVD that was just like this is?
It was
porn?
like porn, and then I put the Bad Santa on top of it. So they ever opened this DVD,
right.
they would have knew it was an R-rated movie
Yeah.
covering a porno. That was
Crazy
damn.
crazy
I'd have
thing
pulled that
about
out
it.
at Christmas time. Like,
Right.
oh, let's watch this one. The kids are asleep.
It's like, and now it came like that. It's called Bad Santa.
There was a point of like burning CDs and DVDs to where my dad like he had it on lock, man. Like we had a printer and shit, and we had these CD labels and like a little presser.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
y'all had old words out of the trunk.
bro. And so there was it was you know what fuck action is, right? You don't know what fuck action is, bro? Okay, you got here in 2005.
You know what fuck action is?
Bro,
Fuck action.
you got here in 2005, bro. So do you know what the Kappa is?
Nah, fam.
Yeah, bro. It was right before that. It was literally right before like we came of age, which is bullshit. The Kappa was basically like this big ass beach party on Galveston. It was like a car show basically,
been to Galveston
but it was like hood shit. It was like bitches twerking before twerking was a thing, and it was all this shit. But there was this one that my dad wound up giving me his whole CD case of like just all this
All the
shit.
music and DVDs and shit.
Right.
That was legendary. You had a CD player and they folded it. I remember.
Big ass bullshit.
Bro, it's like I have to have this bitch packed. Like I don't want any empty layers.
That
of
was
this fucking
I
thing.
didn't know. Yeah,
Bro.
I got you. Yeah.
And he had this one, I can't remember what it was fucking called, but it just had a bunch of bitches on there, just like ass naked. Like there was literally a clit, like in the center of the
yeah.
CD thing, and it was just,
That was definitely like the throwback porn CDs was crazy.
bro. And it was like, the thing is like at some point, because I know I didn't press this fucking DVD.
This was pressed.
He did this. He did this. He pressed this CD with these bitches on it and put it in the CD case. And it's just a tribute to my dad.
At least he let you know what it was instead of making it like fake, like, oh, this Kurt Franklin on there. You think listen to gospel and it's porn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can mess up and get grandma to pull that shit out.
Right.
Like,
Oh my
I'm
god!
about to feel really good. Like, yeah, I'm about to feel
I'm about to
really
listen to
good.
the gospel. It's like,
Right. He said, oh no, baby.
Oh, she's feeling the Lord.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, she's screaming out for God.
I think it
Oh,
was like
God.
my uncle's stuff for like when then like friends from middle school, and then like I remember one time a homie from like high school gave me a disc. Like I never just had these, bought one of these or
Right.
made one of these, but like friends was like, oh, what the hell? And I had like for one Christmas, I think I was like 8th grade. I got a portable DVD. My mom probably watched this like, oh my god.
yeah.
I got a portable DVD player for Christmas in like the 7th or 8th grade. So I just like, I
that shit
can
was
watch
fire,
porn
bro.
on the
Yeah.
go.
On the go. Before phones, bro.
It was like the porn with the screen though. Like
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
It was like a
portable-
little. It was like a PS1.
It was
but
when
with
the
like a
PSP
pop-out.
came out.
Yeah.
It was like right. It was like right before the PSP came
Oh, the
out.
PSP. Oh my god.
I used to play Sims. I used to be a Sims head.
For real,
I used to love Sims, dude.
bro. I never got into the Sims,
Herb,
man.
Sims in the City, Sims 2, Sims 3. I played Sims 1. I haven't played Sims 4. Like now, it's just like go live your life, dude.
Bro, but the new Sims is kind of
It's
like
crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Like the last I've seen of Sims, it's like they can do whatever, and you can make them do whatever.
Dude, that's what Sims been almost, man. But I think not because you've been able to make woohoo. That's what it's called. You make woohoo.
Yeah,
They told you it was like a pattern you had to do. You have to build it up. You gotta warm this motherfucker up.
you got to get these bitches
You
over
can't
to
like-
woohoo.
You can't just try to go straight to woohoo. You gotta talk. Your character have to talk to her for a few days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, making some snacks.
She's not
Right.
easy.
But then sometimes the shorty wasn't messing with you, and you're like, damn, she ain't messing with me. So now you gotta pick the other shorty, and like you gotta have different personality traits. I used to build families up. I had kids. My character. I started with my character. I had a girl. I had a son and a boy, and then like the dad died off. Now I'm playing with the rest of the family. I built my house from scratch. He had the house he lived in with his shorty. Then I got money got different jobs and built another house.
They just died.
Build the pool and everything. He was old.
Oh,
I played this shit. Come on, just died. He had dogs. It was damn near about to have a grandkid. I was like, who gonna move out today? You know what I'm saying? Definitely, this is like, 2007, 6,
Right.
whatever. Like, 2007 through like 2009 through like maybe 12. Like,
Yeah.
right before I came, like, Austin type of shit. And like, I was like really on that. Like my first few years, I still was playing it. And I gave it up. And that's when I kind of started playing Madden more.
yeah.
And, like it was like Madden, Grand Theft Auto, Sims. But
Yeah.
Sims was like my number one game.
Sims was the go-to.
And Midnight Club. When Katrina happened, we played Midnight Club every day, all
Yeah,
day.
Midnight Club was live as
Midnight,
fuck.
we like the Rams.
Yeah.
But Sims, I lived. I'm like, I'm gonna be the doctor. I'm gonna be this. Whatever I want. I'm like, man, let me just take this shit and use it in my real life.
Yeah.
And that would like kind of stop me from playing Sims because it didn't make sense anymore for me.
Yeah,
Like, let's just do this in real life.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking Sims, man.
Like, this is what I gotta do to woohoo. Well, we gon' woohoo. Now,
And that's what it is.
the characters die on that shit. Like,
Bro, it's like I've never heard of like the father died off. I'm like, oh god, this sounds
I
traumatic.
was had the ashes. The characters walk by, they crying. And you can't throw it away once you got ashes in that mud. So now I have to build a room around it.
Oh my god, there's a whole urn room.
It was a room that didn't have a door. I just built around it. Like it was just in the middle of hey, what is this? Why do you have that wall with that little
Because you don't want people to see it.
my original character?
Oh my god.
Because like if the son or the mom or the daughter come in there, they crying when they see
Right.
it. Bro, I used to love
Brings
that
down
game.
the whole mood.
I love that game, bro. That was like, but I felt like I was playing God. I was like, you could turn free will on or off. Like even
Really?
the fact that you even have that option.
It's like God mode,
God mode.
but
You
like
could-
before God mode was a
You
thing.
could turn free will. I used to keep free will alone.
Dude, I will say, there's a new Ryan Reynolds movie. It actually came out last year. It's called Free Guy.
Yeah, I need to watch it. It's like when the thing is like repeating. Like he's in this real worm, or this world or something.
He's basically an NPC in Grand Theft Auto.
Right. Yeah.
It's fucking. It's pretty fucking.
They watched
good.
that shit tonight.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Well, probably
It's definitely
tomorrow,
worth the watch.
I'm watching Squid
whenever you
Game.
wanna watch it,
come
man.
on,
It's-
I'm gonna watch Squid Games tonight.
Squid Game. What is Squid Game?
Everybody
I keep
been talking
hearing
about
it. Yeah.
I thought it was good. It's really basically this. It's like this show about people, a few people who are gamblers or down in their luck, and they enter this ridiculous competition to win money. And they playing like this old Korean, I was say Japanese, Korean game because it takes place in South Korea, and you get and like the game is extreme, but if you win, you can win money. I'm only on episode like 3 or 4. I thought it was like gonna be like a knockoff Saw because that's how the preview looked, but it's not that. It's gory at moments, like in the moment, but it's like not. That's not the. It's not one of those. It's actually a really cool storyline, and like the premise of it all is dope too. I like it.
Bro, Marcos, what was the? We just had a Saw like thought recently, and
Oh no! Oh,
it was like you're being. It's about being tied up. I think we talked about this on the last podcast, and it was like imagine like your kink is like being tied up or whatever, but then it's like you're living in like New York, and then they like handcuff you to the sewer line. It's like, well, what are you exactly supposed to do? You can't break out of here.
Right.
So like being tied up was crazy.
I don't
Anyways,
know. I can't. Yeah, I don't trust people enough to just tie me up.
nobody, bro. I was going with it because it's like I mean, you don't want to kink shame people.
I don't. This is my personal.
Right.
I don't trust it. You trust it. You know what I'm saying? What was it? You to get left? If somebody try to do some strange shit, I can't defend myself.
What if they need to get emergency groceries?
You feel me?
It's like, you know what? The
Now
milk
you naked
expired
and
last night, and I have a fucking box of cereal
And now you just exposed, naked, and the door unlocked.
tied up.
And
No
they're-
cereal.
and they're at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Walmart.
Now your strange neighbor come over for some milk, and you just there naked.
And then what?
What you gonna do?
find out next time on 21 the podcast. Yo, Fee, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Thank you for coming
Yes,
through
sir.
again, man. Hey, yo, if this is y'all's first time here, scroll down,
21,
click
21.
subscribe. If you have been here before, thank you for your support. I want to shout out to Beeble, D. Schultz. Shouts to Marcos for fucking pushing the buttons extremely all right tonight. And other than that, we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir.
Twenty-one.